All right, welcome to beautiful Norwalk, Connecticut. Look at this beautiful shot of nighttime here at Norwalk. You are at stream number 2 of the World Championship Finals 2022 Norwalk NHRL. It's a beautiful day. Hi, hello, my name is Kyle Crows. Joining me here at the desk is Ricky Willems. Ricky.
Thank you, Kyle.
How you been?
I've been great. This is probably the best flowing, most exciting, most talent-packed event I have seen, you know, and had the pleasure of working at.
Absolutely. We are about to see some amazing fights. I'm so looking forward to that. Let's check out our agenda. We've got World Championships in 3 weight classes, 3-pound, 12-pound, and 30-pound coming right up. We're giving away $1 million to STEM charities. Here are some of the charities that we're going to be looking at.
It's amazing, every one of these charities doing incredible work in one way or another. Many of them inspiring the builders that we have here today.
Supporting the sciences, supporting technology, supporting education.
It's a huge, supporting frogs. It's a wide range of excellent causes. Each one of them near and dear to at least one team here's heart. I cannot be prouder to have this, to be a part
I love that we're including the conservation charities in this. I mean, that is an applied science if I've ever heard one.
That's a good point, yes.
I think it's absolutely wonderful. Check it out, Maker Faire, artists and engineers. Gotta love the maker movement in general, just absolutely deserving of the support. And we're also giving away the first time ever the Sparky Awards. These are the superlatives, I guess you could say, for NHRL. Really supporting a lot of our competitors, a lot of our production staff, a lot of the innovators here at NHRL, and that's been a lot of fun.
Appreciating giving back. You know, we got to celebrate the wonderful people that we have here. It's been amazing seeing the community that has been built in the last year here at Norwalk. And we need to take a second to acknowledge that, appreciate that, foster it for the future, because we want more and more wonderful people to be involved in what we think is probably the most wonderful hobby that you can have.
Yeah,
fighting
absolutely.
and building and fixing and exploding robots.
Yeah, and really recognizing those competitors that are not just here winning every single time, but those competitors that are here supporting the community, bringing new builders in, helping the newbies figure things out, loaning out their tools, loaning out their resources and their knowledge, and really supporting those people, which is something that I think is incredible, as well as supporting crazy innovative bots like Deep Melt, and the Casmers, who do just some of the weirdest and most crazy work that you'd ever see. Very technical, very design heavy, very programming heavy work that doesn't win matches every time, but it's absolutely crucial to the advancement of this sport.
Yep.
We love it.
There are so many things that get cross-applied and can be developed here, and we'd love to see it. We're going to go into a rumble
Yeah, speaking about the community, this is something that happens towards the end of the night. We got to kill some time, okay? We got 20 minutes between these fights. So these folks stayed around. They put work in to fix their bots. Why? To bring you chaos and entertainment.
3, 2,
while we wait for these championship fights.
Fight, robots,
And away we go. It's absolute madness.
So it looks like we have a big-ish robot at 12 pounds fighting a whole bunch of beetle weights, 3-pound robots.
An absolute swarm of 3-pound robots in the arena right now.
Just a melee of color and insanity.
It's absolute madness, Kyle.
You gotta love it. You can't even call these fights. There's too much going on.
No, it's bedlam is what it is. So the thing is, every robot shows up here, and eventually it reaches the end of its days. You know, a robot builder might want to move on to a new design. Some people put it on a shelf at home. Other people will say, you know what? Let's go out with a Viking funeral. I'm going to die in glorious battle. One last hurrah for my design. Let's throw it in a rumble, put on a good show. And that's what many of these robots in this arena right now are doing. This is their final shot at glory. And by God, they're going to make the best of it.
Yeah, I know the team behind Big Ish was saying that they were retiring this design at the end of this year. They're going to come back next year with something brand new from the Kent State team. So yes, this is a fitting end to their journey here at NHRL.
There's so many robots still going.
Well, when you get a rumble at the final, I mean, you really do get the cream of the crop participating in it. You gotta love that.
That's a good point too. It's worth noting all of these are incredible competitors. This isn't just a bunch of junk someone swept off the street. These are top robots, many of them in their own right.
Many of these robots had a chance at winning this entire tournament today.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely.
And every robot in there, I believe, has already won thousands and thousands of dollars for a charity.
Yes.
This is the cream of the crop, getting absolutely shredded just for your sheer entertainment.
Yeah, just for funsies, you know?
Yeah.
Why not?
You ever see like one of the top MMA fighters go, you know what? I'm just gonna get thrashed for 3 minutes for smiles and giggles.
And there you see the Housebot Flo getting in on the action, having a great time, just becoming a huge arena hazard.
Yeah, Housebot Flo becoming an exterminator of a serious beetle problem. And that is your match, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner by unanimous decision, us.
Us, the fans who love chaos. Chaos and pure bedlam. Look at how much of a crowd we still have. It's 9:21 p.m. We have been doing this since 10 o'clock in the morning. We still have enthusiastic people hanging out here in the crowd. We still have so many builders just hanging out to see how this whole thing ends. It warms the heart. You gotta love it. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting this community.
And you know, thank you for all the folks at home, too.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
the people tuning in. Obviously, there's a lot to appreciate the folks in person. But I'm always amazed at the range of people that we have watching from home all over the world. Some of them sit through the entire event, which is, listen, I'm here. I would have a hard time being online watching that diligently. But they're true fans. They really love it. And they're so enthusiastic that it makes it easy for us to be here having these kind of events, having these kind of conversations, even as it gets into the late evening.
Amen to that. Now, speaking of the reason we're all here, we're going to go into the undefeated finals in Cage 1 for the 30-pound division. This is Polyester versus Emulsifier. This is to see who gets to sit at the top of the bracket and wait to see who makes it to the end of the elimination rounds. So Emulsifier has been on an absolute destructive tear today, and Polyester has been doing this amazing work as a multi-bot in the 30-pound realm. I mean, totally new strategy, something that we haven't really seen succeed here before. Can't wait to see how this goes.
Next in Cage 1, Emulsifier versus Polyester.
All right, this again is the 30-pound undefeated final. The winner here is going to go to the grand finals and face the winner bracket, or excuse me, the winner from the losers bracket.
8, 7.
It's going to be a
6,
heck of a fight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight,
Away we go. You can
robots,
see
fight.
Polyester has added long forks to the front of its robot to try and get under Emulsifier, and it's succeeding in doing so. Oh, massive hit. Emulsifier no longer moving at all after one hit, or one combo of hits. Oh, it's twitching, it's trying. Wow. Polyester holding back. It could, if it wanted to, really do some serious damage to the side of that robot. I admire the sportsmanship of Polyester, waiting for its opponent to move. Only attack if it really needs to.
Yeah, really just keeping those mini-bots at bay at this point.
Yeah, the mini-bots, really quite a nuisance sometimes.
So it does look like Poly is going in and doing a little bit of damage on the side of that
Just
robot.
a few little pokes.
Yeah, now they're just messing around with the mini-bots.
Emulsifier is undergoing an attempted unstick, but I don't think this is a stick problem, Kyle. I think this is a problem with the drive on that robot.
Yeah, I don't think she...
Oh, it's come back to life.
No!
It's come back to life. I don't know if I was wrong or if it was just rejuvenated.
Look at that plywood jammed up there. I think that that wedge was stuck underneath all of that plywood.
Oh, that robot is back at full force. It's anybody's game.
Plywood becomes your enemy this late in the tournament.
It's true.
It gets a little bit gummy, and you can get your wedges and your ground scraping
Now,
implements stuck
look
in
at
it.
those forks doing exactly what they're meant to. Emulsifier not moving again. Yeah, there are definite electronic problems on the drive of that robot.
I see what you mean. Yeah, there's not a lot of movement on those treads at all. Weapon's going just fine.
We'll see if it can revive itself before a countout begins. If I was Polyester, I wouldn't be giving it a second chance. I'd be going in for the kill, and it does.
Wow, you got to get the chance to be counted out at this point too. No, their drive is operational again. Something just shook back into place.
There may be a loose connection.
Second life.
Emulsifier stopped again. However, Polywog in this case stuck under the robot. Oh no, I believe that was a pin, Kyle.
Yeah, that was definitely a pin. Yeah, that would have been the combat robotics equivalent of smacking the TV until it works again.
Yeah, it's called percussive maintenance. Now, I haven't seen Esther from Polyester in the picture in a while. It may have been knocked out in that brief moment of life. Emulsifier. Wow, was that a... No, it was not a roof shot, but it did hit the wall.
I mean, that is still an impressive amount of power from a multi-bot configuration like Poly.
Absolutely. A 19-pound robot like that taking on a 30-pound emulsifier and doing that kind of damage. This is going to go to the judges, Kyle.
I can't even believe it. Polyester built specifically for this tournament. They could not compete with this configuration in any other rule set except for NHRL. And they're showing that this multi-bot strategy is incredibly effective, even at a 30-pound weight class where these damaging hits are huge.
Yes, yes, and the bigger you go, the harder it gets to have these robots be competitive if they aren't right up against the weight limit.
That's exactly right.
The fact that two 19-pound robots can go toe-to-toe each with a 30-pound emulsifier, really a testament to the building and designing skill and driving as well.
Yeah, the driving skill of this team is phenomenal. I mean, you never see friendly fire between the two of them.
Now you can see that hit, even the second hit wasn't necessarily required to have Emulsifier dead in the water. And that's really the tale of this fight. Emulsifier would get a hit or two, and then it would just stop in its tracks.
Yeah.
And Polywog would be able to land hit, hit, hit.
And I really do feel like there were several occasions where if Polyester had just left them alone, they might have gotten a count out.
It's possible. It's possible. You never know. It was it's a gamble either way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a personal decision on the part of the driver. I can see the logic.
Yeah, oh no, I don't begrudge them making the choice to go in for the kill. I mean, obviously we all want robot carnage. That's what we're here for. Now we do have a unanimous judge's decision for Polyester. Cannot say there's a surprise there. So
No,
that
was
means sitting at the top of the bracket in the 30-pound division for the first time ever, a multi-bot configuration in Polyester. They will be waiting to see who wins the elimination rounds for the grand final of the 30-pound division. Absolutely love that. I cannot wait to see what happens. Great team behind Polyester with the Robot team guys supporting a wonderful charity in Save the Frogs. Gotta love it.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking earlier, Save the Frogs, such an interesting organization being dedicated to amphibians. In general, I guess it's not just frogs, it's toads, it's salamanders. Those animals are such an important key species, you know, in an indicator species of how our planet's doing.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy to see them supported here.
All right, so we're gonna go to Katie, who has the winners right now.
Yeah, standing by with Christian and Alex of Polyester. Now, what was really cool about this is before that, you said Emulsifier doesn't break, and it's going to be a tough one. And in fact, y'all did it. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I knew going into that when they had the wedge on that I could take one hit and my weapon would stop, and I was right, unfortunately. So I ran away the whole time, and David came in clutch and just cleaned house.
And as it relates to that kind of victory, how does that set you guys up for a little later on? I know David said he had to go run off and fix a few other things.
I think we're in a vaguely good spot. I have to try and bend this back. It's been a long day, so not everything is working great, but one more match, hopefully.
And that one more match is the grand final, a Send Cut Save finalist. That is $100. You've now taken home $150 here today. Congratulations. Who is your charity? What are you guys supporting here?
So currently we have Save the Frogs as our charity. They do wildlife ecology and saving frog species all around the world. They also sponsor our Battlebots team, Robot.
All right, and we've seen some cute videos here of those frogs being played throughout the day. So thanks for what you're doing. Enjoy the $150 and congrats on the win. We'll see you in the grand final.
Absolutely. Conservation is applied sciences. You gotta love that. And what a great charity that those guys are supporting. I am super excited that they made it to the grand finals. I mean, this was an experiment this year for them. They really did not expect to get this far. And they have turned this into an extremely competitive team. So I mean, mad props to those guys on Team Robots. Just so well done.
Yeah, and it's been such a journey from the beginning of the season until now with this team, seeing them hone that in, seeing them refine it, seeing them learn how to drive it as the season goes on.
Yeah.
The progress that we've seen in this period of time is amazing. I wonder what's next.
Yeah, I mean, they now are sitting in the best possible place to pull in the entire tournament for the 30-pound division. Absolutely phenomenal work. I cannot wait to see how this goes for them. Aside from that, they very well could be facing off against Marathon, MegatRON, Yahoo, or they could be doing a rematch with Emulsifier.
Every single one of those matchups is a terrifying matchup.
Yeah, no, nobody wants any of that.
You get to this point of the night, and you really have to balance the pride and the happiness that you feel to be here with the, incredibly terrifying realization that every single fight is absolutely terrifying.
Could end your night, no problem. All right, so we're gonna go see our friend Lindsay. Lindsay, how you doing back there in your enclave?
In my enclave, it's nice and safe and protected from what looks like Lexan breaking in that last fight.
Yep.
So I'm happy to be behind these walls. But I do have some super chats. So the first one is from Jacoby Davis, a beautiful Beetleweight blender. Yes, that's in regards to the Big-ish, and I don't know, was that like 17 Beetleweight Rumble? That was pretty cool. All right, so the next one here is from Ian. The arena floors remind me. I love beautiful wood, don't you? Well, let me recommend Orange Glow to fix those arena floors. As endorsed by Billy Mays, I think we're gonna need something a little stronger than Orange Glow. But it's a good start, I guess. All right, so the next one is Sam Jones. Huge. All right, Also, Aaron R., thank you to the staff and competitors for another great year of education, engineering, and entertainment. That's what we like to call the 3 E's. And then finally, this one's from Mitchell. And I guess I have to ask it. I'd like to ask Ricky a question. Why is it that you have said the word chunks at every event?
That is an incredible piece of trivia that I never would have picked up on. I really do want to know now, is it literally every event? Is he sitting there with a checklist? Does he know? The answer is I work chunks into literally every conversation I have. And since I'm talking to you at home, the viewers, I can't not treat you as a real conversation. I have to work chunks into the mix.
Yes, I think that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are, I think before NHRL really came about, you probably would have been considered like the most experienced robot combat like announcer, at least here on the East Coast.
I'll take the East Coast title, perhaps. Yeah, it's funny how that works. You
just kept popping up at events. Like I would show up and there's Ricky.
Yeah, well, you know, there was a time too I really liked to practice my own like voice of God style and do a full, you know, sensuous telephone operator kind of speech. And I think at first that was an entertaining thing. But really, you know, I love to watch. I love to be involved. Sometimes you get knocked out early. Sometimes you're there watching. You want to help. You want to do what you can.
Sure.
And so many times, it's the poor event organizer. You know, the person who's running everything
that
is
ends
the
up stuck
person
there, yeah.
has to be with the microphone, and he hasn't slept, or she hasn't slept, or they haven't slept in you know 13 days trying to get this ready, and they're like, "There's a robot, and it's fighting, and the hit has occurred, and please, why can't I go home?" And if you come up and you're like, my God, look at the action here. Look at that fight. Look at this exchange. It brings everybody up. It brings the event organizers' energy up. It makes the people get more engaged. It makes the competitors want to stay and put on the best show they can. And it's a way that I've found that a little bit of effort can turn into a big, just a big benefit for everyone involved.
Yeah, big boost for the event, big boost for the organizers.
So I'm happy to do it. I'm really glad that I get to be here and do this.
Yeah.
I feel bad. It took so long. Norwalk had reached out and said, you know, do you want to do this one? Do you want to do this one? And then COVID hit, and it was a whole thing.
Well, we were recommending you like early on. We were like, you know, we gotta
I
get Ricky in
appreciate
there.
it. I'm very flattered, but also at a certain point, they were like, listen, people just keep asking for you. Well, can you just do one so that we can stop asking you and we know that you're not actually that good?
All right,
and
so we are prepping, by the way, in cage 4 right now for some 12-pound action. I will say I'm also noticing in cage 1 they are replacing a piece of damaged Lexan from that last fight.
Yes, there was an internal breach, not a full arena breach to my knowledge.
We've never had a full arena breach here, but we have had several internal Lexan breaches. That's what it's there for. It's there to take the impact so that external piece of Lexan never sees any damage.
We want to be very clear to the people at home. These cages are designed so that there are 2 layers of protection. The first layer, it is okay if that gets damaged, as long as
it's supposed to. It's supposed to take the impact, take all that kinetic energy so that that external sheet does not receive any damage. And that is what has exactly happened there. But right now we are over there in cage 4. We're going to be seeing Saiko versus Ramplan loading into the box. This is going to be a ridiculously fun fight.
I think so.
Winner of this fight will go on to face HotLeafJuice in the elimination semifinal. The last time we saw Ramplan, their waggle stick was not so waggly. And the last time we saw Saiko, the batteries that were supposed to be inside the bot were actually on the floor several feet away.
Next in cage 4, Ramplan versus Saiko.
You have Jameson's stance and his preparation for the fight. So Saiko and Ramplan are 1 versus 1 each versus each other. The last time they fought was in July of 2022. I believe that was the first full combat event
8,
that
7,
Ramplan participated in.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, that was probably
1.
Saiko's first
Fight,
too.
robots, fight.
Yeah, both of these bots are new to the combat division of the 12-pound fights this year.
Yes. Yeah, it's hard to stay away from the allure of the full combat division
There is no weapon sound in this box. Now, if this was, you know, just Ramplan, that wouldn't be a big deal because waggle sticks don't make a lot of noise. But what's going on with Saiko? They're upside down.
Yeah, this is not where Saiko wants to be, and for a robot with the talent behind it, that is Jamison Go.
Pedigree that is Jamison Go. I mean, Battlebots royalty, as it were.
Something terrible has gone wrong for Saiko here.
Qualified in all 3 weight classes he competed in for NHRL, and that bot's not moving. So they're gonna get an unstick, an attempted unstick. Jamison's laughing about it, so it's obviously not that serious. But what's happening here? Saiko, we've seen absolutely no movement from it. None that's discernible. Looks like we got some spin? No.
That robot.
Nothing's happening.
Oh, that's a little less happy face.
Yeah, there's no movement on those wheels. There's no movement on anything. We're now halfway through this match. We've never seen anything happen with Saiko. We've just seen him get thrown around by a waggle stick. And it looks like Ramplan's wanting to take their fight out on flow while this fight is paused.
Interesting. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. I don't know if everyone is aware of this, but there is a massive prize if you manage to turn off the switch on the back of a housebot, and it has happened.
This is, I believe, the 3rd time ever in NHRL history that a housebot has been turned off in a match. That switch on the back of them is functional, 100% functional, and if you turn them off, you win, well...
I think it's $1,000.
$1,000. Not necessarily the match. That rule has been changed.
No, that rule is changed. But $1,000
for flipping off
that's
a
$1,000 waggle stick. Well, no, careful, Kyle. You don't get $1,000 for just flipping it off. You have to switch off the back of the robot.
Yes. So there we go. You can see the waggle stick is. You know, I always thought Ramplan could do this. I've never seen Ramplan try to do this.
You knew it in your heart that it was possible. You wanted to believe. You put that wish out there.
It's a joke that's been made to the business cat before, and it's hilarious that it happened.
Listen, this is no joking matter. That switch was turned off by a business cat.
Yeah, that's not on the on position
that
anymore.
Sure looks off to me.
Yeah, that's definitely off. Okay.
I'm just gonna point out that some poor henchman has to walk out in the arena, climb over there, and switch it back on before get back to where it's supposed to be.
So we do have a tap out in that match. It sounds like the winner of that match is Ramplan. So they will go on to face HotLeafJuice. Saiko is eliminated from the tournament. Oh man, HotLeafJuice versus Ramplan is going to be hilarious.
All right, yep.
So please, Business Cat, come over to the desk to receive your prize. Brandon, if you don't mind.
If you don't mind, $1,000.
Yeah, where is he? Where is he? Please send him over here. We want to give him his prize money. Like I said, this is NHRL history. This has only happened 2 other times in the past.
I've never seen it happen.
No, you haven't been here for one. Yeah.
Katie, I think we're going to go to Katie with Jamison for a moment, but just you wait. We'll be back here with these 10 crisp $100 bills.
Yeah, I'd say it's a disappointing moment for Jamison Go. Maybe the first time we've seen you in this disappointing face. What's going on?
That's 2 times this tournament. So the first time I was disappointed was when we turned MegatRON for the huge fight, and it just burst into flames for no reason. And this one, what's most disappointing for me about this fight is the amount of effort that my pit crew put into fixing it. We were running like back and forth, doing so much. It was a real heroic effort. And then, not completely sure what happened. I think that in the rush of things, we're being really rushed this time around. That I'm guessing maybe the battery wasn't fully charged and something it just didn't have the juice to fight. All the pieces seemed like they were there, so I don't have a strong answer. And like to lose in a way like that, it's the most frustrating thing.
frustrating and disappointing, but the season as a whole has not been that way. If you could kind of look back here in 2022, how would you summarize it?
I mean, 3 robots in the finals is a huge achievement. I don't think anyone's done that before, all 3 weight classes. So that's an achievement, definitely. I think that it was a lot to bite off, and I think that's something that we struggled with. Even we had a very experienced pit crew with us. The attrition of the robots and basically how we had to go so quickly between fights, I think that, you know, shortcomings like this just naturally happen. So I'm not looking at any particular person. I think that we're all collectively sad that it went out this way. We still have 1 robot left, and we're gonna put all of our eggs into that basket. So now we're gonna be able to do 100% on 1 robot.
Well, hey, and if there's a guy who can do it, it's Jamison Go and his team. So we'll wish you the best of luck as you move forward towards that finals.
Thank you.
Guys.
What a day for Jamison Go.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first year that Saiko has competed here at NHRL. It is phenomenal that they made it this far into the World Championship Finals. In the meantime, though, we are still looking for the bounty winner.
Yeah, listen, Kyle, I gotta run to my car.
Well, you don't run to your car.
Yeah,
That goes to the business cat. You can't have that.
the business cat's not here, Kyle.
Where is the business cat? Bring the business cat here.
No,
Bring me the business cat.
Speak of the devil.
There he is. All right. Business cat.
Bravo.
Wait. Could you put your bot down real quick? Could you give us the business cat pose? Yes! I love it. Thank you so much for joining us here at the desk today. What does it mean to you that you got the bounty on Flow? You did the undoable.
You were
Hold on,
there
wait.
anyway.
Here you go. Have this one.
Tell us a bit more. What did it mean to be able to turn off the house robot Flow?
It was always part of the plan.
Oh, oh my.
He's here for the money. He's taking care
You
of
love it
business.
when a plan comes together. That's
Yeah.
what I'm hearing.
It was never part of the plan.
Well, now we just don't know.
You know, I just saw a big red switch. I'm like, look, you know,
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah. I mean, your bot's optimized for that particular activity. It makes perfect sense.
Like a raccoon, like a big brightly colored thing. Can you tell me again about how money really isn't important to you? And, no, you can't. Here you go. We would like to give you $1,000 for your incredible achievement. This is absolutely so. Thank you, crowd.
Yeah. At
Here you go,
NHRL,
sir.
You get $1,000 for flipping a switch. That's right. That is absolutely right. Now you have to go prepare yourselves. You're going to face HotLeafJuice.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
got
excited
this.
about that?
I got this.
You got
Okay.
this.
I got this.
All right.
That's
all
what we
right.
like to hear.
Fair enough. So yeah, HotLeafJuice is up next for him. Business Cat, how you feeling about your competition today?
I want to go home. I'm tired.
I'm just going to throw this out there that at least one more fight means at least one more chance to switch off a house bot.
Ooh, I didn't think about that. That's a good idea.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea. You know what? That we might end up with $3,000 in this man's pocket if he goes the
It's
races.
more than possible. I think we're all rooting for it, right?
Yeah.
There's that one guy in the front row. He doesn't like the idea. Everybody else, though, 100% on board.
I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Brendan. We appreciate
Yeah.
you. Thank you for bringing Ramplan up here. I know you have a little bit of work that you probably want to get done on this before your next fights. Thank you very much.
Have at it. Good luck.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Don't forget to take that off. Thank you.
We're going to go to cage 2 now with a 3-pound fight. This is the winner's bracket, round 6, match 46 of the 3-pound division. We've got Polywog going up against Lynx. Both of these incredible competitors.
Next in Cage 2, Polywog versus Lynx.
Wow. Okay. So This is the big deal.
All right, again, this is the grand final. These are the two top competitors of the night of the entire year. However, it is the first fight of the grand final. If Lynx wins,
we're done.
We're done. However, because this is a double elimination challenge, if Polywog wins,
then we have to do this
7,
all over again
6,
in 20 minutes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
This is the top tier competitors in the 3-pound division. Polywog versus Lynx. Calvin Eva versus David Jin. Two of the best drivers in any weight class.
Absolutely talent-full this cage is. What were those words I just said?
Neither of these bots going for the ground clearance this late in the tournament. Probably a wise move, so we're seeing a lot of weapon-to-weapon action.
Yeah, when the floor is that torn up, it's tough to use things like forks or wedges. Oh my, Polywog really struggling here. I think I see a weapon belt missing. I see some drive issues.
Yeah, those hits from Lynx are just vicious. I mean, Calvin is just calculated, and it looks like, could it be? That is a tap-out victory.
Tap-out victory in the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen.
Lynx.
Your 2022 Beetleweight World Champion.
And winner of $250,000 to the charity of their choice, Lynx.
Wow. Reigning, defending champion, Calvin Eva and Lynx.
With $250,000 going to the Southern California Attack Robotics Community, or organization, excuse me.
Absolutely amazing. Calvin, I cannot believe, I mean, 2 years in a row.
Yes, I can believe it. I can absolutely believe it.
All right, looks like we're getting ready to go to Katie with the winner.
Yeah, that was 2 in a row, if you will, Calvin Eva. That was incredible from start to finish. And you know what? We're going to do a replay of this.
Here.
Look, you can see Lynx just delivering hit after hit. Polywog really never able to win an exchange. And that damage adds up fast with a competitor as intense as Lynx. Polywog did their best, but it just wasn't enough. Absolutely impressive showing, and after that last hit, that was it. The moment that sunk Polywog's hopes, but propelled Lynx to its second consecutive Beetleweight Championship win. No amount of pushing from our house bot could revive it.
Yeah, rewatching that, Calvin, congratulations again. What was that moment for you where you were like, oh yeah, this one, we got it nailed?
I mean, I got his side armor, which is pretty hard to do on Polywog. It's really well built, and everything's really, shock absorbent. So I was surprised I could actually knock something off. And then once I saw the belt become all loose, then that was a real big relief as well.
That was a big moment. Last year when you won, it was a little bit of a celebration for yourself. Now it's going to be a celebration towards a charity of your choice. How does that elevate the game for you here this weekend?
It feels really good to give back to, the place where I started building combat robots, SCAR in Southern California. So it'll be really cool to get some fresh money and fresh arenas and maybe some new venues and more people started with combat robots.
Congratulations, 2 in a row here at Havoc. Job well done from start to finish today.
Thank you.
Guys.
Wow. Phenomenal showing from Calvin Eva.
That's one of the biggest smiles I've seen at this competition. Let's
All
take a
right.
look at how he got here through the day.
Wow, just impossibly amazing hits against.
And let's point this out. He won by literally not losing the entire day.
Yeah.
He never went down to the losers bracket.
Taking out top-tier competitors all day long.
Yes, yeah. Imagine having the who's who, having the. Well, Kyle, help me out here. You know, when they bring all of the great competitors together in sports.
Literally the top-notch competitors all day long.
The dream team.
The dream team, and he takes
And just
out
beating every one of them.
single one. I mean, phenomenal work all day long. All right, so you can see here, yep, that's a tap-out victory against Project Liftoff. And look at how proud Calvin's dad is. Earlier today, Calvin's dad walked up to me in the pits and said, "Hi, I'm Calvin's dad." And I said, "Yeah, that's pretty apparent." And here we see the fight with Polywog. Just one of the most durable bots here and able to rip that armor off.
And the sportsmanship there.
All right, so here we have your 3-pound champion, Calvin Eba. Calvin!
Bravo!
We're doing this again.
Yep.
I have to ask, so last time you were here in this exact spot, in this exact time last year, you said you were retiring this guy.
Yeah.
And then you changed your mind. You decided you had to come back and defend your title. Are you happy with that decision?
I'm pretty happy with that decision.
Can't imagine why.
Obviously, you're looking at $250,000 on a giant check. 4 scars, that's amazing. You're bringing this guy home. You're bringing $10,000 of cash money home. Now, I do have one other thing to give you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We have one more Sparky Award today. Voted on by all of the drivers, and the winner is Calvin Eba, best driver at this competition.
Bravo, sir.
Listen, I know you had to fly here. Do you have enough luggage to get all this back? I mean, you have a giant check.
Let's carry on only.
It's not gonna fit. Gonna have to figure out like some way to get this back home.
Listen, with $250,000, you can buy an extra plane ticket for it to sit next to you. I would.
I don't know if my charities will like that though.
So Calvin, what's the plan for next year? What are you doing going forward? Are you bringing a new bot? Are you thinking about a new design? What's the thought process?
I think I'll have to bring Lynx back just to defend my championship again.
Amen
but
to that.
I definitely plan on bringing more robots, some different weight classes, more mixtapes. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Are you thinking about delving into one of the other weight classes?
Yeah. So part of the money will go to SCAR, which they have. Our plan is to build a 30-pound arena. So we'll host more 30 and 12-pound fights along with our 150-gram to 3-pound weight classes. And yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. We're planning on doing monthly events. We'll vary the weight classes for each event, but yeah, I should get a lot of practice before I come back up here.
Well, Calvin, I'm so excited to hear that a lot of this money is going to be going back into improving the combat robots world and building more builders and building more cool robots like this. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, and I think I'll split the $250,000 with war and maybe some other combat robot related charities.
I love that. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna hand you the golden Brett. This sucker is heavy. Please be careful. Here you go. Hoist that up high. Calvin Eba, your world champion, 3-pound division. 2 times in a row. Gotta love it. Congratulations to you, sir. What's your plans for the rest of the night?
I'll definitely stay and watch the other fights. There's a lot of good robots I can't wait to see fight. I've been pretty busy with my head down, repairing Lynx and getting it ready to go, so I can't wait to relax and
just
watch
be a fan.
some of my friends.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations to you, Calvin. We're going to go to Cage 4 for more robot fighting action.
Bravo. Hey, congrats.
Cool. All right. Here, we'll just set these over here so you have room to grab them.
Just letting you know, Calvin, you do not get $1,000 just for turning these on and off. I would have been switching them on and off the whole time here while sitting at the desk.
Yeah, that is something important to point out. These do actually have the accurate switches on the back of them.
Yes, yes, and in fact, when you switch them, and then I believe when you hit the button on the back,
I'm not exactly sure.
they do something, ladies and
They
gentlemen.
do something. All right, so we're going to go to cage 4. All right. So cage 4, it looks like we're waiting on some big robot action. 3 pounds are in the record books.
Next in cage 4, Megatron versus Marathon.
All right, this is a matchup that we have seen in the past, but not quite like this. The winner here is going on to fight Yahoo. The loser is going home. Megatron has KO'd Marathon in the past.
8,
However, Marathon
7,
has been
6,
steadily better
5,
since then.
4,
So we'll see what happens
3,
in just a few
2,
seconds.
1.
Fight, robots, fight.
This is an all-new, all-improved Megatron from what we've seen at this competition lately.
It's going to be an absolute driver's match. It's all about who can get the upper hand, and so far that is Marathon.
Yeah, ground clearance doesn't mean a whole lot at the
However,
end of the day today.
that is not where Marathon wants to be. That is exactly where Megatron wants to be.
Beautiful pin and hit from Megatron there. Exactly what they want to do, as they are designed to do.
A robot like Megatron can afford to make a lot of mistakes in a match like this. A robot like Marathon can only make 1 or 2 before its fate is sealed.
Absolutely.
That said, look at the sparks flying. The damage to the front forks on Megatron is going to add up fast. The more damage those front forks take, the harder it is going to be for Jameson to control the match and do damage.
That was an attempted pin for Megatron. Marathon able to shake their way out of it.
The speed and control on Marathon really astounding for
And
a
there
beat,
we go. We see
a
the
beater
spin
bar.
up happening on Megatron. Are they able to get a hit in?
Oh, those forks on the front of Megatron, you may notice, have their own little hooks on them, the way they are designed, so they can hold Marathon, at least for a limited amount of time. However, Marathon's weapon no longer spinning.
Does look like the weapon on Megatron is able to spin up, but it doesn't have the same oomph that we've been hearing throughout the day. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if that's just Jameson throttling the weapon up and down, waiting for a good position to get in a hit. As we see right there, nice, beautiful top attack hits, 2 of them in a row. Marathon not moving after that second hit at all.
No, its wheels are trying to spin, but it was hung up.
Stick, yeah, they must have gotten hung up on some floor debris there. And you can see Fred Moore trying to get into more of a Jameson Go stance than Jameson Go, trying to out Jameson Go him for this match.
It's a bold strategy.
Gotta love that. Now look at this, another pin middle of the arena, and top attack from Megatron that sticks into the top plate, or bottom plate I should say, of Marathon, driving them into the wall, trying to shake their weapon loose. We've seen this before where that weapon from Megatron digs so deep into the opponent that it actually gets stuck. We've even had to do unsticks before and stop the match, but they were able to shake themselves loose that time.
Marathon's weapon now spinning again. Not very strongly, but definitely working. This is gonna go to the judges. Both robots putting on an impressive show.
Winner of this match moves on to the elimination semifinal to face Yahoo.
A lot of control and aggression from both competitors over the course of that match at different points. We're gonna see what the judges have to say about it. We're gonna look here at this replay. You can see a excellent volley of hits from Marathon on Megatron early in the match.
Oh yeah, first 45 seconds of this fight was all Marathon.
Yeah, it became a little more even as time went along. And then we had a hit right there and just a couple of more that really knocked out a lot of the functionality on Marathon. Not really dealing a death blow, not killing any system entirely, but enough that it made it hard for him to keep up the pace that we had earlier in the match.
Absolutely, and then this was the hit that dug it so deep into that bottom plate that they actually had to slam themselves loose by smashing into the house bot.
Yes, that is unsurprisingly a absolutely overwhelming unanimous decision for Megatron. Unfortunately for Marathon, they are going home. But it couldn't have been in a better fight. That was really impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta love everything about that. So Marathon is going home. Megatron goes on to face Yahoo in the elimination semifinal.
Oh, and we've got some Megatron fans in the stands holding up their signage.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right, so we're gonna go to Katie with the winner. Katie, how you doing?
The winner and some more good news followed by that. Jamison Go is the winner of one of the Sparky Awards here today. This one happens to be for the most valuable builder. Aww. That's right. That's right. What does that mean to you at this point in time, especially in a day like today?
I'm speechless. There's so many different builders here that I think could definitely be worthy of most valuable. Is it?
Yeah, that's it.
Who picked me?
This one happened to be by Havocwood Foreign Press, and it's a valid question. I think there's a lot of people who would point fingers to say that you happen to be the most valuable.
Well, thank you so much. This is a huge honor for me, and I just don't have the word. I'm surprised. I'll put it that way. I'm very surprised.
I like seeing the smile on you here. This is your gift. This is the box full of very valuable things in there.
Thank you very much. Oh, wow, these are some, hey, I could have used that a few fights ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so crack it open and get the screws out.
That's right. He has to go fix a couple robots, he said. We'll let you go do that, but congratulations on the Sparky here this year.
Oh, thank you very much.
Look at that smile. Look at the emotion, everyone, on Jamison Go as he walks away with the Sparky Award, another win, and another chance at making himself the winner of the 30-pound division.
Absolutely. He is the current reigning and defending champion of the 30-pound division with Megatron. He's got a very good chance of retaining that title today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jameson's surprised that he's the most valuable builder, but I don't think any of us are. He is innovative. He is always here. He is a stalwart professional. We absolutely love his work. And he's just so helpful, too. Anybody in this community who needs a hand, he's there to help them. You got to love that guy. He's phenomenal. All right, so he has 20 minutes now to get ready for his next match.
Yeah, this is a rapid turnaround.
He'll be going up against Yahoo, which is no joke. So we're going to see how that ends up going for him. He's got a tough road to hoe. After that, he may or may not be facing Emulsifier in the elimination finals. So, whew. All right, so we're going to sneak away for a quick break. We'll be right back.
From robotics to renewable energy, aerospace to autonomous vehicles, prototypes to large production runs, Xometry helps engineers bring innovations to life by connecting them to extensive manufacturing capacity, an instant quoting engine, and advanced AI to make ordering parts quick, simple, and efficient. Welcome to Xometry, where big ideas are built.
What if you could access the world's manufacturing capacity with a few clicks? What would you build? Xometry puts manufacturing at your fingertips. Get instant online quotes on 3D printing and CNC machining. And access thousands of manufacturers worldwide. With Xometry Manufacturing on Demand, it's your time to build. Visit Xometry.com today.
Where do NHRL robot builders get custom manufactured parts fast? Xometry. with Xometry. Anyone with a design file can buy and order parts thanks to Xometry's instant quoting engine. Access dozens of manufacturing processes like CNC machining, sheet metal cutting and fabrication, 3D printing, and more, along with hundreds of materials, all in a matter of seconds. Check out Xometry today at xometry.com. That's XOMETRY.com. And get 10% off your first order of up to $2,000 with code NHRL before January 31st. Xometry, where big ideas are built. Thank you so much, Xometry, for sponsoring NHRL. Chris, look at this. We have just a couple more fights tonight before we crown 2 more Golden Brett winners. I think it might be you and me. We might be calling the winner of the 12s and the of the 30s. Pretty incredible.
I've always wanted to give away a big check. You don't know how. This is a big box to check in my life.
Good. Another another feather in your cap, Chris. That's pretty great. Yeah. We have totally open boxes. It's just gonna be you and me talking for God knows how long. All right. Did we reset the stream? You know, are we on our second link now?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you to folks out there that clicked a button and made their way to this new stream.
I wonder how many people have been in the live chat for the last 12 hours. I mean, listen, there's people in the audience who got here at 10 a.m. They're still here, sticking with us. Incredible. 10 p.m. Yeah, Tamra over there with Milk Tank. She's been here since at least 8 o'clock. Incredible. Let's see some signs here. Oh, I see a MegatRON sign. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Great signs. All right. Awesome. All right. We've seen some amazing fights. Let's check out another instant classic
in the next round. But right now, big bot action. We're going to cage 1.
Next in cage 1, Knockoff White versus STF.
All right, the fans have predicted here Knockoff White will win. Just almost exactly 2/3 of the vote. The loser, however, will be going home. So it is a all cards on the table.
4, 3,
everything on the line
2,
fight.
1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Whoa. Big hit there. Knockoff White has massive chunks of UHMW on the front of its weapon. Oh! That weapon is lodged into the wall. That is exactly where Knockoff White wants its competition. It's able to land hit after hit. Ooh. Oh, and it's smacking the wall, smacking the arena. Knockoff White having a lot of mobility issues, however. Oh, it's absolutely shredding it. Oh, it's gone. That robot is straight up gone.
Wow, that was Stickbot from the Knockoff White team. That is their mini bot. Now, they use it to try to jam up weapons. That's gone now.
Yeah, you can see the belt laying on the floor there of the arena. That mini bot absolutely did its job, completely shredding to pieces, but destroying the weapon system in the process.
So these are 2 shuffler-style robots, different types of shufflers, but shufflers nonetheless.
We've got just about 2 minutes left, and we'll see how these 2 shuffle bots shake out.
They do not move around the arena using wheels. They actually have small feet that move and a procession to motivate the bot around the arena. It does look like the left-hand side of Knockoff White is no longer shuffling the way that it is supposed to. It is missing some parts there. So they're going to shuffle in a circle for a while. And I do not know what is going on with STF. They haven't even been in the frame for a minute.
No, but that mini-bot doing quite a lot here.
Yeah, the mini-bot's been very successful in getting underneath Knockoff White. So there's STF. They're kind of just aimlessly shambling around the arena at this point. Beautiful 3 shots in procession there from Knockoff White. And that means they Something got punctured that wasn't supposed to, I think. Knockoff White has been known to land shots into the battery system of their opponents and cause fires in the past. Quite a possibility in this matchup. Wow, relentless hits from Knockoff White to the front frame of STF.
Yeah, the tip is not connecting though, and that's going to limit the damage done. Still able to score points, able to score aggression and damage. We are into the last 10 seconds. This will be going to the judges with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0 seconds left. That is your fight going to a judge's decision. Woo, like that one.
That is elimination round 2 action in the 30-pound division. That is 2 of the heaviest hitters in that round. One of them is going home after this judge's decision.
Here we go in the replay. You can see that UHMW armor did not last long on the front of that robot.
No way.
But it wasn't enough to knock Knockoff White out of the tournament, and it was able to deliver blow after blow after blow throughout the fight on its opponent, STF. There's the moment, the evisceration absolutely obliterated that poor mini-bot. But that
STF
mini-bot,
like sucked the mini-bot inside of itself and ripped its own belt apart.
I think that actually, I can't tell from here, but I think it might be a chain.
Oh, look at there. There we go. A little pop of smoke coming out of STF after that hit.
Yes, I'm wondering if that was battery or controller or what. It's hard to tell.
It was just a little puff. A little puff of the magical smoke that needs to stay inside the robots.
It's amazing to me.
Chris, that was amazing to me too. That was incredible.
An instant classic.
It was like a tornado went through a Walmart in there. You know?
I loved it when Stickbot just got sucked in and then there was no more stick.
Yeah, incredible. When you look at these boxes and you see like there's all this stippling kind of like on the floor, it's from STF just stomping around that 45-pound robot. That thing is incredible. All right, let's go over to cage 4. We have 3, possibly 4 more fights here in the 12s. And this is one of them. We've got Ramplan here facing off against HotLeafJuice.
Next in cage 4, HotLeafJuice versus Ramplan.
Wow. This is the 12-pound elimination semifinal.
They love Ramplan, Chris. And I get it. Now, the winner here is going to fight Ugee while the loser is eliminated.
8, 7,
Super high stakes here
6,
for Business Cat
5,
and
4,
Ramplan.
3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Oh, good speed. Right out of the box from Ramplan. Taking that little waggle stick. Wow. Now you can see the waggle stick, that little arm is stuck behind the robot. I think he's trying to protect it. Now, HotLeafJuice really wants to right up the front of that wedge and start attacking that tiny little arm.
Why?
It is incredible the effectiveness of this arm. Oh, and he's going straight for that arm. Now, HotLeafJuice built by Valkyrie Captain Lucy Dew, driven by Ribot Captain David Shin. Making huge contacts here. Brendan Steele's hoping to break that undercutter on HotLeafJuice. And I think that as soon as he does, we're gonna see that little waggle arm going like crazy, Chris.
It is so impressive to me. We're here at the World Championships.
Good pin here.
The best of the best. Here we are, the elimination semifinal for the 12-pound division. And we have a bot that is just a wedge with a waving arm.
Look at that.
And it is incredibly effective.
HotLeafJuice into the corner. This is why I love this sport so much. Brendan Steele has so much patience, really understands how to manipulate his robot, and do cool little things like push the entire robot into his opponents. just turning Ramplan's body into, you know, a big shovel. Pretty incredible. Now, if you're judging aggression, damage, and control, aggression, damage, there's none, right? Control, Ramplan, great control.
We're 2 minutes into this fight.
60 seconds left. Oh, and look at that. That little arm is down. I think, oh, and the top plate is getting peeled up on Ramplan. That is damage. This is an elimination bracket fight. One of these builders is going to be going home in 30 seconds or less. We're seeing some concerning damage on the top of Ramplan, and that arm is down. But look at this. Another good pin. Ramplan has been incredibly aggressive in this fight, pursuing HotLeafJuice. HotLeafJuice with that big old weapon, scoring some damage, but really not a lot of control.
Look, I have a strong feeling if this does go to a judge's decision, they're going to want to know again, is Ramplan's waving arm working?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
That's the end of the match. This one will go to the judges. Brendan Steele and Ramplan looking at his creation. Arms in the air. Asserting dominance, Chris. I love that. Wow, okay, this one goes to the judges. Now, we saw some damage on the top of Ramplan. Perhaps that arm was damaged in that fight. Let's take a look here at this replay. The thing I love about the first part of this fight is that Ramplan was so patient, waiting for that angle, getting David Jin into the corner, landing a solid 10-second pin, tipping HotLeafJuice up against the rail right here. However, HotLeafJuice scored a couple of good hits on the top of Ramplan and may have damaged that arm. That's pretty big damage there. How would you score this one, Chris? What? Okay.
Luke, who cares how I would have scored it? Ramplan makes his way through the elimination semifinal, is going on to fight Huge.
I am speechless. That is really something else. I don't know if that's the way that I would have called it.
Really?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I think there was an argument to be made that
damage is king, all right? So control, obviously Ramplan had great control. Aggression, okay, maybe it came down to aggression, now that I think about it. I don't know, that's pretty incredible. Brendan Steele, Ramplan, Business Cat, staying alive, slaying our #1 top-ranked 12-pounder in this competition. Incredible. What we're gonna be, oh, let's go and check in here with Katie.
It's reached that time of the night that we decided to sit down for an interview. And one thing that I noticed about you while your bot was out there was the fact you match. Well done. Was that part of the plan?
It was absolutely part of the plan.
Ramplan, he has all these things planned out. Congratulations on that win. Did you expect that going into it, that was going to be how it was going to go down?
In the rock, paper, scissors world, that's a match, you know, I'm set to win. So I felt pretty confident. I didn't expect this, but...
Yeah, it needs a little TLC.
We'll be fine, we'll be fine.
What are those fixes? Yeah, as you kind of look through that bot, what does Ramplan need?
So the lifter broke, gotta fix that again. New top plate, and then that's it.
Are you stressed at this point? Is this, I mean, you seem like it's gonna be easy, it's gonna be put together. You look cool, calm, collected. But how you feel?
On the surface, it seems all cool and collected. I'm just tired, I wanna go to sleep.
I don't blame you. You said that earlier when you were actually at the desk. You were serious. You got $1,000 and you were like, I'm done, let's go home?
I'm tired.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You still have some time, and you still have to fight, and you're actually working towards a charity. Can you tell us a little bit about why that's so special?
You know, it feels nice to support some charities. I picked Save the Frogs, because frogs are really cool. As a kid growing up, I would always, there's a creek in our backyard, and so I would always go
you know, hunting for salamanders, frogs, toads. It was always, you know, a fun time to go say hi to my little friends.
I totally respect that. Last question, is a frog your spirit animal?
No.
What is?
It's a cat.
He knew that. Okay, best of luck. Go get those fixes done. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
Great job, Brendan. Incredible. Hot Leaf Juice here today was fighting for Innovators for Purpose. This caps the end of the season for Lucy Dew and her creation. Lucy Dew did fantastic in 2021 season, cut short here at the very end of the bracket. That is a very, very good robot. But falling to essentially a sportsman 12-pound, like, how is this possible? Business Cat just moving through the bracket fluidly. It's incredible.
Well, in that particular matchup, he made the point in the game of rock, paper, scissors. Like, he's designed to fight a horizontal like that, and he really did an excellent job squaring up, being aggressive, staying on top, not letting one of those opportunity attacks from that horizontal. And you know what? Now it's a completely different ball game because it was, you know, rock and scissors, but now it's rock and huge.
Yeah. Now this is a rematch from earlier in the night. Huge and Ramplan faced off earlier tonight, and Huge won that. So let's see if Brendan can change up his strategy. In that earlier fight, you know, he started with his hand just basically straight up in the air, trying to keep away the giant body, you know, that super tall body on Huge. And you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm hoping to see an even longer arm, you know?
That's only legend.
All right, let's take a look here at a little mini special about the rules and judging here at NHRL.
Oh, okay.
My name is Sam Hansen, and I'm one of the evil henchmen here at the NHRL. Our rules are cool because it's only one page long. Builders will build to the edge of the rules. Here, our edge is soft, so that means we don't know how far builders will take it. And I think that's what makes fighting robots at NHRL the coolest around. We have 3 weight categories here, the smallest being 3 pounds. Up from there, we have 12-pounders, and then the biggest ones we have are 30 pounds. The 3, 12, and 30 pounds are just the baseline. So we have weight bonuses available for our competitors. If, say, they have an unconventional drive system, we also allow for additional weight for multi-bots.
They built these robots, these 2 robots, specifically for Norwalk Havoc. They are 19 pounds. That is not a weight class that exists anywhere else. The reason why they did that is because they exploited the weight bonus that is unique to Norwalk Havoc's rule set.
A robot combat match at NHRL is a 3-minute bout. Your objective is to disable your opponent's robot. Competitors are guaranteed 20 minutes in between fights, which means they have to do all their repairs, swap their batteries, and get ready for the next fight within 20 minutes. Sometimes it's beneficial to tap out. If the writing's on the wall and you know that you're going to be destroyed, you can save your robot damage, which saves you time in the pits and money. The house bots at NHRL, they'll step in and separate robots that have become stuck together. If your opponent is unable to show controlled motion, the referee will initiate a 10-second countdown. After a 10-second countdown, then you've knocked them out. If you don't disable your opponent within 3 minutes, the judges will score you based on 3 categories: damage, control, and aggression.
Listen, we're gonna need the judges to take us through this, because frankly, I'm surprised it's unanimous.
Let's start here with Dominic.
My name's Dominic Kankaskas, and I'm a judge here at NHRL.
Okay, that was good, but that was slightly terrifying.
I don't know how to be other than me. I'm a judge here at NHRL. Based on my experience with Battlebots and all the prior competitions that I've been to and won. I've won multiple events, and I was on Battlebots for 2 seasons. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
A judge's job at NHRL is to watch the whole match, and if it goes the full 3 minutes, we have to decide who wins. The judging's a little different at NHRL. Everything is so fast-paced, and there's not a lot of downtime. You're in the zone watching every fight. You're You're looking for every contact point, or every time opponent runs away, or every time just anything happens, you have to pay attention to each one, because sometimes bots have to run away to respin up their weapon or get their bearings, if you will. Maybe if their bot's flipping around or they're upside down and they got to figure out which way they're going. But if you keep doing that over and over and over during the match, it is going to eventually start to lose points and control, because you're spending more time running away rather than actively interacting with a bot.
It's always good to see the Yankaskis family out here. They always put out really great performances. It's just amazing the workload that family can put out when they get into these competitions.
I want to get on Battlebots because I can defeat men.
To impress me in a fight, I look for heavy damage, eliminate a subsystem, or cause significant structural damage to the point where they can no longer drive correctly or operate their weapon. Great control. We're looking for the robot who is dictating the flow of the match.
One of the best matches we've seen today.
I have no idea who won this fight. Honestly, this was a 50-50 split.
Control and aggression go hand in hand together. Aggression is when you're using your weapon, you want to damage them preferably, otherwise you'll score less aggression points. A non-working weapon can still show aggression. For damage and control, we score up to 6 points each, and aggression is up to 5 points. One big hit isn't going to necessarily win it for you, and unless that hit just blew apart the robot. But at the same time, on most of those, it doesn't go to the judges anyways.
Into its corner, not great.
Oh my God! Wow! The winner is Syntax.
Robots are required to have an active weapon. So whether that's a flipper, a lifter, a hammer, a beater bar, a vertical spinner, a horizontal spinner, a drum. My list was a bit long there. But it can't just be a rammer or a wedge. Some of the weapons we don't allow here are liquid being expelled from the robot. We also don't allow entanglement devices. When a robot is not in the arena, it's made safe through its weapon lock and by being turned off. A weapon lock is like a physical jam. So if you have a spinning blade, it's a bar through the spinning blade. And if you have a flamethrower, it's something that will stop the gases from coming out. We can have flame-based weapons at NHRL. Our arena is fireproof. It has a negative pressure system that can suck all the air out so that flames have no fuel. And at our facility, we have a multitude of safety checking arenas. So no robot is going to be turned on unless they're in a polycarbonate cage. Prior to the start of a tournament, each robot's going to have to pass safety. They get weighed in and they get a functionality test, showing they can remotely operate their robot. And beyond that, showing that when they don't have radio signal, the robot stops. The cage or arena here is double-paned polycarbonate. If the first inner layer doesn't stop a weapon, the outer layer certainly will. The double-pane design actually came into effect where Depth Charge was going up against James. His weapon hit the wall and actually cracked off a piece of the inner layer and didn't even scratch the outer layer.
Each one of these panels is like nearly bulletproof.
Yeah.
And it was able to make it through that first one.
Everyone was safe in the audience all the way through.
Wow.
Now, look at that, they love it.
They love the carnage.
My biggest thing is worrying about protecting this audience. So we made this totally, the design is set on a quick change out for the glass. And it's to be installed so that it protects the audience. We have a ½ inch still protecting the audience. We lost the inner sheet, which is a 3/8 inch. We have a 1 inch air gap. So if something comes through, there's all this energy taking out of the first one. We got the air gap. We got rubber in there to take some of the hit. And we still have another ½ inch.
I think what differentiates NHRL, they're much more open to innovative ideas, and the coolest part about it is you can have your seasoned veterans competing right alongside a person that this is their first time and they just heard about combat robotics a week ago and threw something together. And there's no limitation of what your background is, who you are, or where you came from.
It's a necessity to be well prepared if you want to win at NHRL.
A lot of discussion about the rules in the YouTube live chat, just based on that last fight, Ramplan, taking home that win. And I would encourage everyone in the audience, both here and virtually, to read our rule set. It's pretty interesting. It is not exactly the same as BattleBots rules or Spark rules or NERC rules. And, in that last fight, it really did come down to aggression. And the definition of aggression is really interesting here at NHRL. So, yeah. A little bit of light reading, go check it out online.
Yeah, and then, tinker on it. There's a lot of loopholes that you could probably figure out new and interesting ways to destroy things.
Yeah, exactly. We really want to create a rule set that encourages innovation. And, we're going to check in here with Cage 4.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh, look at this. It's Jameson Go and MegatRON facing off against Chad New and Yahoo.
Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous.
Next in Cage 4, Yahoo versus MegatRON.
When talking with the teams over here, Yahoo said they put a top plate on just in case he does come on, the weapon comes on top. We should survive, but he said if he gets flipped over, it could be a different story. Meanwhile, MegatRON said, Jameson Go, they put on brand new forks, tighten the weapon belts, but as they were out there right now, he said, I hope those forks aren't too sharp. Another thing they noted is you can see the lucky sign there. That is gonna be the main concern, is if those forks hold up, but that lucky sign should do the trick.
Okay, elimination bracket round 7. One of these builders is going to be going home in 3 minutes or less.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
I am shaking.
MegatRON is ranked number 1 of all time here in the 30s for NHRL. Yahoo is ranked number 2. Now, Yahoo previously knocked out MegatRON in an earlier match, so Chad knows what he's doing. Now, what you're looking for is that sticker on the top of Yahoo. That's how you know that it's in its correct orientation. If you don't see the sticker, it's been hit over onto its head, and Yahoo is in trouble.
Oh, no!
Wow. MegatRON really successfully getting under Yahoo. But Yahoo is not afraid at all to take it straight to MegatRON, just riding up on those forks, trying to score damage points. You've got to ask yourself, why haven't we seen the arm on MegatRON?
Well, because it's a 3-minute match, and you could end the match in the first few seconds by throwing it at the wrong time.
Here we go! Wow! Big hits! And now I believe that Yahoo is on its head. Whoa! We saw a little bit of flame there, and I think that Yahoo is dead!
Oh my goodness!
Wow, that is a tap out from Chad New. Jameson Go and MegatRON surviving into the elimination finals. MegatRON is going to face Emulsifier.
MegatRON.
Incredible. I think we have some fans of Sawblaze in the audience here. They love to see MegatRON doing well, Chris. Let's take a quick look here at this replay. Now, really aggressive driving from Chad New, really riding up on these forks, trying to attack the body of MegatRON. And we saw this one crucial hit, this brutal hit from MegatRON. And that little burst of flames, incredible. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. It was just like something combusted underneath that top plate, and we just saw a tiny bit of the flare. Incredible. Here we go. Here it is. Super slow-mo it. All right. There we go. Little flare. Exciting. Wow, that was a great match. Now, Chris, I know that you were really pulling for Yahoo here today. Tell us a little bit more about that. That's your teammate.
Yeah, so Chad was very charitable with some of the available slots on Team Copperhead for this upcoming season of BattleBots, and invited Lindsay and I along from the ride.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely floored just by, how incredible he is as a co-captain alongside of Luke. And you know, what just came on as like a, you know, hey, let's go out there and have some fun. We made a really good friend, and Chad is an incredible builder. He's very dedicated to the sport. He's been doing this for a very long time. And Max, he's pretty cool too.
Yeah, 4-year-old Max. You gotta love that. This was Max's first time here at NHRL. He was just wandering around yesterday, just gobsmacked. Like, really, just couldn't believe it. And he was at Battlebots, like what, 2 months ago, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Copperhead, very cool. Like, your whole entire pit experience at Battlebots was pretty special. Every time I walked over to the pits, it just looked like everybody was chill, like having just the best day ever. You know, like, Copperhead is such a dialed-in design. Like, they were telling me something. They haven't changed the design in, like, 3 years. Is that right?
I don't even know if they changed the tires.
Yeah.
It's just one of those bots. It works. And Yahoo is a lot like that. It's really resilient. The drum is dialed in. It's punishing, but you know, pretty much at the end of a fight, Yahoo, you just got to take the top plate off and recharge your battery, and you're back in there. And so that one mysterious hit that we just kind of had, we didn't see any puncture or anything like that happen. So I don't know what could have happened on the inside of the bot, but you know, I kind of feel crushed right now.
Yeah. Well, let's go and check in here with Katie. She's got Chad cage side.
Yeah, the whole fam over here. Realistically, Chad, we were talking about that top plate. Well done, because in quite that
minor. It's just a little dent. Yahoo's a tank. It's never just straight up died. It didn't die from that, I don't think. So it's a mystery.
And you, my friend, you're all smiles. How cool is it to be supporting the family?
Great. Who did you want to win, though? He wanted the other guy to win, he said before the fight. So he's going to have a long walk home to Denver.
He's been here longer than most of us and has done a very good job. So as you kind of take a look back here reflectively on today and maybe the 2022 season, sharing it with all around, what's it been like for you?
It's been great. You know, I get to hang out with one of my best buddies, Pete, over here. You know, he's a staple in the Colorado robot scene. You know, my son, you know, sharing that time with him, and my family tolerates it moderately well. And seeing all my friends that I've known for a long time. You know, Jameson's a great competitor. I've known him since he was not bigger than Mac, but, you know, long time. So losing is never fun, but when you get taken out by a good friend and a fierce competitor and hanging out with all of your friends who do the same weird hobby as you, it's a good time.
I love it for you guys. Congratulations on the journey overall, and thank you for joining us out there. It was more fun watching him cheer you on than anything.
Yes, thank you so much. We'll be back next year better and stronger.
Fist bump. Yeah.
Yahoo had an incredible 2022 season, taking home 2 golden dumpsters, taking them back to Colorado. Now, Chad New here today was fighting on behalf of 2 nonprofits, the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group and I Am a Maker. Now, fun fact about Chad, he runs one of the largest pet stores in the Colorado area. And turtles, tortoises, lizards, like they're very near and dear to his heart. And yeah, very cool that he's supporting an animal preservation nonprofit.
He's one of those people that's like a student of life.
Yeah.
And he could talk to you about so many different things with an incredible depth of knowledge.
Yeah.
So whether it's something like, what kind of plant can I put in a paludarium?
Yeah.
Or he could talk your ear off about giant pumpkins, because he's also like the Colorado giant pumpkin champion.
Yes, yeah, state champion.
And he builds incredible fighting robots.
He set a new state record in Colorado this year for giant pumpkins. I was talking to him at Battlebots about pumpkin growing, as one does, and he was saying that the altitude in the Rockies makes it so that growing pumpkins that are like over 1,400 pounds, incredibly, incredibly difficult. And so he's been tweaking his methods. He harvests his own seeds every single year, and he built this greenhouse in the backyard, and it's just amazing because they have a pretty short growing season, and these pumpkins are adding something like 50 pounds every single day.
Right.
completely inedible. Like these are just freakish, like just, you know.
I came close to that while we were in Vegas. I think it was somewhere around 45 pounds a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for introducing me to conveyor belt sushi, Luke.
You know, like I'll tell you, like my favorite fact that I learned from Chad. We were talking about like the worst thing you could possibly do to another human.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay.
And he said, "Listen, I've got a larva guy. I've got a pupa guy.
A pupa guy.
And I can get you about 1,000 like housefly pupa.
I think it was 50,000. Like fruit fly pupa?
No, he said it's like $7 per 1,000, right? So you know, if you had $70, you're ruining somebody's entire life, okay? You know.
Yeah.
But you can get these pupa. They send them to you through the U.S. mail. Why did they do that? It's terrible, right? You just go into somebody's house that you really don't like. You just sprinkle pupa all over the place. Like maybe they're out on vacation or something, right? Coming back in a week. The pupa hatch. And their house is just like a biblical plague, Chris. Okay.
Right.
For like $70, it's incredible.
He can also arrange the raining of frogs too, because you know he does have one of those stores.
Now Neil does not like pupa. Okay. He wants us to learn more about the golden Bretts.
That makes sense.
Hi everyone, Sam Hansen, Evil Henchman, and this is the Golden Brett. Each one is custom laser cut, polished brass. It weighs about 20 pounds and took nearly 100 hours to make. Congratulations to all our winners from the NHRL, but especially from this guy.
Chris, I want one of these so badly.
There's one right here.
I can't even tell you.
You just need two other people or a forklift to take them out of here.
Here's what we do, okay? I steal one of these, okay? And I just turn off my phone and never respond to an email from Austin McCord, okay? All right? I need one. It's incredible.
I've just been handed a snack.
What is going on? It's the size of a baby, Chris. You've got to, you've got to cradle the neck.
I cradle the neck.
Yeah. You can't let that bread be floppy.
I've named
Where
her
did
Semolina.
we get this bread from? Where did we get the bread from?
From a bakery, Luke.
Oh my God. Neil's telling me that we found it in a box in the studio. Incredible.
What are we gonna do? Why?
I hope that they don't want us to eat this bread, like on. What? No. Stop.
I don't know if this is poison.
Okay,
it looks like something that would just be
it's like
in a glass
old.
case because it's like, you know.
Let me see this bread.
It's like in a.
No, this is old bread, chat. Okay, like we can't eat this. Look at this. Oh my God. Okay, listen. Every morning they come in and they Windex this entire table. We are just ruining their work here. This is awful. Chris, how much money would I have to pay you to eat that?
To eat that?
The whole thing.
All of it?
I'm talking about we go completely silent and we just watch him eat.
This would take me days.
No, you got to eat it like within 10 minutes. All right?
What?
How much money, Chris?
I have an idea of what I could do with this.
No. How much money would it take for you to eat this whole thing? I want to just complete silence here for 10 minutes.
Luke.
As you start crying.
Luke.
Okay, yeah.
It would take a lot of dough.
How much dough, Chris? How much? Would you do it for $100?
No.
Okay. How about $1,000?
If you give me a giant check for $250,000, I will eat this entire loaf of bread right now.
Katie, bring over the giant check.
It better not bounce this time either, Luke.
Amazing.
I actually know.
Would you actually eat this for $250,000?
Yes, of course.
To charity.
Oh no.
No, just $250,000.
Well, I'm gonna need it for my medical bills.
Yeah. I mean, listen, mercifully, we're gonna load cage 1 here. All right. This is. What are you doing, Chris?
No, just watch cage 1, Luke.
What
Tell me
is
what's
happening?
going on in cage 1.
We are loading in Huge and Ramplan. I am watching you tear apart this bread.
No, you're not. That's crazy talk.
What is happening here? I think that this is officially the weird part of the night, Chris. Oh, okay. Nice. You gotta wear it for the rest of the night, Chris.
This is your standard bread helmet.
Good. Very good. Very good. All right. You know, you need all the protection you can get. All right. Let's check in here with your wife, Lindsay, Chris.
Can you explain what's happening here?
Listen, Lindsay, I got a lot on my mind.
Okay, so we have people in the chat, Chris, who are congratulating us on our newborn bread. So now you've taken our newborn bread and you have hollowed it out, and now you're wearing it as a hat. And I just need some answers.
Yeah.
Oh!
All right, we're just gonna go full ASMR here. I just wanna.
That could be an option.
Let's hear it.
Oh, that part was really soft for some reason. Not in like a natural way. I think that this thing was setting. This was on a wet table.
We don't know what this bread is made of, if it's poison, how old it is,
Why
where
do we
it
have
came
a loaf
from.
of bread here at like 11 o'clock at night? All right. Brooke brought this over without the bread like being encased in any kind of paper or anything. It was just hand on bread. Awful. All right, anyway, let's go to cage one here. All right, we've got Ramplan here, Business Cat, Brendan Steele, facing off against his fellow teammates on Battlebots with Huge.
Next in cage one, Ramplan versus Huge.
This is teammate on teammate action. Don Dorfler and Joe Dorfler here with Huge facing off against their fellow team member, Brendan. The winner of this fight is going to go on to fight YOB GNOL in the grand finals, while the loser is eliminated. Can Ramplan do the impossible one more time?
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Good speed right out of the box from Ramplan, keeping that arm straight up in the air. The Dorflers, though, were ready. They defeated Ramplan earlier in the evening. This is a rematch. Ramplan now on its head.
Oh, boy.
Huge coming to attack the bottom plate. It looks like one of the wheels on Ramplan is off of the robot. Oh, that is terrible for a control bot.
Oh, no.
Can Fluffy come in here and self-right? Or will Huge have to come in and see if they can violently self-right?
It's only one wheel off of Ramplan, right?
Yeah, they've got 3 others. But look at this. I'm hearing the call for motion on Business Cat and Brendan Steele. This is the end of the road for Ramplan. An incredible season coming out, going out in 3rd place here. The winner here is Huge.
The winner is Huge.
Don Dorfler and Joe Dorfler here victorious, going on to the grand final. Let's take a quick look here at this replay. Huge flipping Ramplan on its head. That was key here. And that arm was not strong enough to get Ramplan back over onto its feet. You can see those wheels spinning helplessly on Ramplan. Now, very exciting, the Dorfler brothers, they have guaranteed at least $4,000 in cash prizes and a shot at $12,000 here in the 12-pound weight class. They are also very close, 1, possibly 2 fights away, from donating $250,000 to the STEM charity of their choice. Incredible.
This is really serious stuff.
It's incredibly serious, yeah. YOB GNOL just doing great today, running an absolutely flawless final, not losing a single match. They have been up there in the pits, working on their robot. The robot, I'm sure, is in tip-top form. All right, let's check in here with Katie.
This time you are the winner's bracket, and that is a great thing. We're talking about last year and the comparison between the two. Congratulations. This seems to be a little bit of an easier go into the finals.
Yeah, last year we had a little bit of a rough go-around, so this time being in the winner's bracket for the first 4 or 5 matches, it was better, and Katie can interview me now, so.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, everything so far this year has been good. I'm very tired right now, so like everyone else, but we got 1, maybe 2 more matches to go, so let's hope.
For us non-builder and non-drivers, can you help us better understand what it would be like to keep the focus and have to compete at this hour, after this kind of day, after the pressures that have been put on you?
I have enough donuts in me right now to keep going. After like 5 o'clock, it kind of just like, it's, you're gonna keep going no matter what. So I hope we don't go until 1 o'clock at night. Gil, don't kill me, but yeah, so I'm focused right now to keep going.
And with that focus, you kind of taking a look at the bot there. What were some of the changes that you're gonna have to make before the final?
So the last fight with YOB GNOL, we switched to a longer blade. With this config we've been using all day. We don't know what we're gonna use yet. It's kind of just like we were taking 1 match at a time. We might see the same config, we might see a little bit of a different one, we will see.
The surprise is at about 10:30 in the evening. That's a lot of fun. Hey, you are a finalist. You and the team, congratulations. You're taking home $100 extra. So make sure that next year you guys are ready. And you look at that applause over there. You got 1.
I wish I got more, but I mean, I guess I'm a villain. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll see you in the grand finals.
Appreciate it.
All right, Brendan Steele here and Business Cat fighting today for Save the Frogs, the Frog Conservatory, and Save the Frogs, getting thousands of dollars from multiple teams here. Pretty amazing.
It's a totally good cause.
That's good. That's very good. So now we've fought 43 fights in the 12s. We're going to fight 44, fight number 44, and we may possibly go to fight number 45. We have 1, possibly 2 more fights in the 12s, 3, possibly 4 more fights in the 30s. So, yeah, just a little bit longer. Stick with us, folks. Wow. Okay, good. Yes, I love the enthusiasm. That's fantastic. Now, Chris, we're in a repair period. We've got probably 20 minutes before the next fight.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Anything you want to do? Do we have a second loaf of bread?
Is there any other food objects that Luke could put on his head?
Yeah, is there anything large that I can hollow out, Oh, let's check in here with Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay.
Hey.
Listen, we need like 2 more loaves of bread. We can all get out of this. This is great.
This might not surprise you, but the chat has a lot to say about bread. Let's just get to it. The first one, and of course, I would like to congratulate Chris and Lindsay over their newborn bread. So I guess now we have this in our lives, this bread. He goes on to say, the way Chris holds that bread so endearingly, I don't know if like hollowing it out and then putting it on your head is, like a gentle, endearing embrace, but
I can't with you, Chris, and this bread. This is too much.
Would you just baguette about it?
All right, from Roboman2444 Breadhead.
Wow.
That's your name now. That's just how it is. And then we have yet another one about bread from Senate Robotics. It's a rare form of male pattern breadness. Okay?
Wow. Wow, we've barely broken even on this loaf of bread, with all these super chats. This is great.
Male pattern breadness is the yeast of my problems.
to transition away from bread for a second, although I know there will be more bread talk later. This is from 222 Productions, our friend William Marchese. Thank you, NHRL, for an amazing year. Competing here helped make 2022 the best year of my life. See you in 2023 with Sea Dragon's Roar and Backlash Wave. William, thank you so much for competing here with us. We cannot wait to see what you have in store for next year.
William Marchese, one of my favorite builders of all time. I'm hoping that in January we can get you up here on the announcer's desk. Call some fights, you know?
I'll probably go 0-2 in January, so why not?
Wait, are you building something new for January?
New.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
wow,
boy.
incredible. Okay. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, William Marchese. I'm hoping that, you know, and listen, I brought my anime windbreaker, Chris. Did I show you?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can I put this on? Here we go. Let's go.
I feel like he could pull it off.
No, I can pull it off. I have, this is streetwear. I'm cool, right? Yeah, here we go. I got the anime drip. There we go. Okay.
The anime drip.
Yeah, come on.
I love it.
There we go.
Luke, you look ridiculous.
Wow. All right. Let's see. What else do we have back there? You know, like what could I even put on? You know?
I don't know.
Yeah. Incredible. Oh my gosh. Here comes William. Wow. We have no security whatsoever. He could be coming up here to stab me. Oh, thanks, bud. Incredible.
Stab you with kindness. Watch my helmet. Watch my helmet.
Yes.
See, if I didn't have the loaf up there, he would have just literally bitten straight into my brain matter.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I love how, like, you know, Brooke just ran up here and just gave us a loaf of bread and no instructions whatsoever. Just like, yeah, this is a conversation piece or something, you know? I'm going to say I love that we're kind of throwing it back to the original, like, kind of weird part of the night, you know? Like, we've been running so efficiently, but we have so many 12s and 30s, that's why, you know? It takes forever to repair one of these robots. So.
It does. It does.
All right. Thank God, Neil. We're going to go to yet another instant classic.
Even with the middle of the pack, I mean, we're only... What, we've got a good chunk of competition left, Kyle.
We do. We have a fair amount of competition left.
No shortage of robot fights to come is the way I should put that.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Cage 2 for just one more of those robot fights.
Looks like we've got...
Another Project Liftoff fight going up against Eruption.
That's going to be a good time.
It will be. This is a winner's bracket round 4 fight.
Next in Cage 2, Project Liftoff versus Eruption.
Both of these robots can really deliver some big hits. I have a feeling we're going to see flying saucers.
I'm into it.
I want to believe. So Eruption and Project Liftoff have gone toe-to-toe in the past, and it's a 1-to-1 record. So each robot has taken away a win in the past. It's been September since they last met. We'll see if the changes they've made since then factor into the way they engage with each other.
1. Fight, robots, fight.
Wow! There's that flying saucer. There's that missing piece of the arena.
Okay, so the plan right now for Eruption obviously is to not let Project Liftoff get up to full speed. The mini-bot for Project Liftoff doing a great job giving them the opportunity, but right now we're looking at flying saucer time. Every one of these hits from Eruption is launching them clear up into the air.
These are incredible hits.
That's yet another light that came down.
They're going to be fighting in the dark by the end of the night.
And you can see the lighting in the arena has changed significantly since the beginning of this match.
The durability on Project Liftoff. The mini-bot coming into play, doing a wonderful job. Can Project Liftoff capitalize on this pin? It doesn't want to hit its own mini-bot, but it might do it anyway.
Yeah, they really don't have an optimal place to hit right now because they're either going to hit the wedge or they're going to hit hit their mini-bot. Wow, lots of translational control there from Project Liftoff. Very impressive work. But Eruption's able to spin up so fast.
I have never seen this many flying hits in a row with this level of
just
reliability.
so quick.
Kyle, once you pop, the fun don't stop. Wow!
These are definitely two of the hardest hitting competitors here today. Does not matter the weight class. They are ridiculously powerful bots. Both have a great chance of actually taking home the entire competition.
Oh, that is not a good place for Eruption to be. They are not moving at all. I think they may be hung up on one of these lights. They are hung up on the lights. Hung up on both of the lights.
Wow, they did get their one assist from Bert the Brick there. Project Liftoff looking to capitalize by coming in for a side hit, but
Eruption barely moving at this point, having drive troubles, still able to get its way across the arena, but
beautiful hit there from Project Liftoff, launching Eruption clear across the arena.
Huge disadvantage, though, only being able to move on one side. The mini-bot coming into play, letting Project Liftoff do its best to cut into the side of Eruption. We are coming down on the last 10 seconds. This will be a judge's decision. What an absolute brawl.
Project Liftoff is trying to earn that money for Saiko Sea Perch today. That is the charity they are supporting.
That is your fight, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone in between, that is quite.
This crowd loved that fight.
This crowd truly does. And who can blame them? This is one of the best fights I have seen at Norwalk, period.
You can see that side of the arena getting dim as they rip that light from the ceiling. And you can see that side of the arena getting dim as they rip that light from the ceiling. This was all Eruption at the beginning of this fight.
When your melty brain blots out the sun, they fight in the shade.
Nice.
I am so delighted by this match. I cannot wait to see the judge's decision. It's another one of those matches where one robot dominated for 2/3 of the fight, but held up better and really dominated. The other robot dominated the last third.
Yeah.
So
hard one for the judges to call.
It's a hard one. As with most people, I believe a lot of the match comes down to that last third. Unanimous decision for Project Liftoff. Clearly, the judges agree.
Wow. Okay.
I'm impressed.
So that has done some very interesting things to the undefeated bracket in the 3-pound division. So that means Project Liftoff will go on to face the winner of Lynx versus Polywog in the undefeated final. And Eruption has to go down into the elimination bracket. I don't think anybody was expecting that today. So,
To engineer is to create. Designing new products to improve our lives. When bringing your design to life, you need to hold your first prototype in your hands to identify and eliminate its flaws, so you can make sure every detail and feature is perfect. Then it's time to produce your prototype parts again, to make sure your creation is ready to become something bigger. With your production partner by your side throughout the entire journey. When it's ready, you'll get to see it with your own eyes. From prototype to serial production, Xometry is your one-stop shop for manufacturing on demand.
Finding custom manufactured parts for NHRL robots can be a difficult task. Some local shops are great, but some require order minimums or just won't pick up the phone if you aren't a large company. That's where Xometry comes in. Simply upload the design file you want to be manufactured and boom! In a matter of seconds, you'll get an instant quote and access to dozens of manufacturing processes like CNC machining, sheet cutting and fabrication, 3D printing, injection molding, and more. Plus, you'll have plenty of delivery window options and prices available to suit your budget. Worry less about getting the parts you need manufactured with Xometry so you can get back to building. Xometry, where big ideas are built.
Lovely shot of the train there through Norwalk, Connecticut. Really a beautiful town, day and night.
All right, so we are going to go straight into Cage 4. We are looking at elimination final action here in the 30-pound division. We're going to be looking at Emulsifier versus MegatRON.
Next in Cage 4, MegatRON versus Emulsifier.
These two have done this dance before. MegatRON went 2-1 against Emulsifier in December 2021. This is to win last year's championship, so we're looking at a little bit of a rematch here.
Yeah, these robots duked it out until the very end last time around.
Back and forth fights, it was absolutely phenomenal. These bots seem to be destined to do this dance for eternity.
During those fights, did Megatron have to fight this many other multi-bots? Or all these mini bots that were with it?
They like to play. Bots FC brings a lot of weird things with them when they come here, and
Yes,
they
they
bring a lot of toys. They'll even bring giant monster truck toys with them and consider those mini bots in the arena. The foam thing always happens. Stick bot always happens. They really do like to play with their mini bots. That way everybody gets to participate, you know?
There you go.
There's some old favorites that make it every time, and there's always something a little new.
A little new, a little weird, a little different. Ready buttons have been hit. Jameson getting into traditional Jameson Go stance.
Away we go, elimination final.
Straight in.
Matt Boras and the rest of the team, Bots FC, ready to go on that end. This is exactly what they intended to do. And it looks like this new fork configuration is something specifically for MegatRON.
Wow!
And it ain't helping here.
No, the top of flow being dislodged. Those forks, though, are preventing the overhead bar from MegatRON from closing down on Emulsifier. It doesn't matter.
Emulsifier's stuck in their own mini bot.
Oh, that happens quite often. Yes, friendly fire is very common with that team. Makes them stronger. Beautiful control.
Nice hit there.
Emulsifier.
This is not
another
where
big hit.
Not where MegatRON wants to be.
They've come back from volleys like that in the past, but it is difficult. Emulsifier's weapon is just vicious. Stuck up on the side rail, this is going to be their one unstick.
However, I do not see those wheels
that
spinning.
red light is on. What does that mean? We have a tap out, I think. Let's wait for the VOG to confirm, but look at the excitement here. I think that's pretty safe to say. A full-on tap out.
Wow.
You do not see that this late in the tournament, in the loser's bracket, very often. Jameson keeping it together, but you can tell that was an emotional move. That is the end. You can see the high fives. Those don't usually come out until the last breath of hope has been breathed.
Oh my goodness. So therefore, we are now going to see Polyester versus Emulsifier in the grand final for the 30-pound division. MegatRON will not get to defend their title.
Oh, that was a great hit early on. I love how MegatRON just doesn't care about foam bots, mini bots, anywhere in the thing.
No, you can't.
Only going after Emulsifier.
Can't be distracted.
That's half the intention of the power stance that JMO puts on, I think, is just pure focus.
Yeah. And then they're stuck up here on the rail, but something indicated to JMO he needed to tap out there. I have no idea what that was. Welcome to the desk, by the way. We've swapped out for, I think, the last team of the evening. So joining me here at the desk, I'm Kyle Kroos. With me is Pete Abramson and Ricky Willems. We should be closing out your evening and doing some championship rounds with you and handing out these final golden Bretts.
Yes.
We're very excited about that. And yeah, maybe some other surprises along the way. We're also going to be handing out several $250,000 prizes of charity money for STEM charities throughout this community, which is phenomenal.
$500,000 remaining completely up for grabs.
I'm so excited about that. Every single competitor here does get a little bit of STEM charity money, $5,000 minimum that they're taking back home to their charity of choice.
This is the only place on the planet where a little bit of money is $5,000.
Amen to that. Let's go to see our friend Katie. She's there with the winner. Katie, how's it going?
Well, I'd say it's going probably pretty well for this crew. You wanted a little let's hear it for Emulsifier. There's a wow. You wanted redemption. You wanted some payback as to what happened in December of last year. How well do you feel like you did it?
That was, you couldn't script it better. That was perfect redemption. MegatRON came back through the losers bracket last year, beat us twice to win it all. So we got our payback, and now our goal is to win the event. So.
And you did say earlier to me that you were working through a few of your demons. It sounded like you got a little of those cleared, but you're back to Polyester, where we knew there was a little issue that happened earlier. How comfortable and confident are you going into it?
We figured out what the issue was that cost us the match against Polyester. So now we've resolved that, so we're going to be coming out swinging. So.
And every finalist does get a $100 gift card. There you go. That should make sure that next year you're not necessarily working through these demons anymore.
Right. Yeah, so.
As it relates to being set up, what are some of the quick fixes you need to do? Because you guys did have a lot of bots out there.
Yeah, we brought 3 robots. One of them's down. We've got 2 more, so we're going to get this one fixed up and get it back in the box.
All right, we'll see you in the grand finals.
Working their way back up to the grand finals. No big surprise there, but at the same time, it's anybody's game when you get this much talent in one building.
They have been here before, that is for sure. It is going to be very interesting to see them going up against Team Robot. And wow, I am very blown away by the outcome in this particular tournament.
I am as well. It was a great fight. I think a lot of big hits. At the same time, you never expect to see Jameson going home.
No, especially not when he shows up in 3 different weight categories, and now he is all of a sudden gone in all 3. I'm completely
It's a void in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. Jameson Go did win the Most Valuable Builder here award here today. Very, 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 very deserving of that award. I think everybody has learned a thing or two from Jameson over the course of the past several years that he's been involved in NHRL. He's an all-around just asset to the community, asset to combat robotics in general, and we absolutely love him.
I couldn't have said it better.
All right, so it looks like we're going to be ducking over into 12-pound action at some point.
I see.
So what do we still have left over there? So we're going to have YOB GNOL going up against Ugee.
That'll be a fun fight.
And that is the grand final in the 12-pound division, which is going to be awesome. Once we get through that, once the 20-minute time limit is up, we will get to have that 30-pound grand final of Polyester versus Emulsifier. And Polyester, by the way, does emulsify quite well if you set it on fire.
Yeah, I think there's really easy to see how any of these robots could be a lovely blended beverage. if you apply the right amount of force to the right place long enough, any of them has that potential.
Absolutely. All right, so we are going to be moving into that 12-pound bracket soon. But in the meantime, Ricky, what are your thoughts on this grand final today?
We've seen so much action. I have been so deeply impressed by the caliber of the fights that we have had. It's been nonstop action, and it's been big hits. Yeah. And I think one of us, maybe all of us have said this earlier, it's amazing to see fight after fight that is either a slugfest, it goes the full 3 minutes because it's a well-tuned robot, or it's over in an instant. Yeah. And I think those are the fights that most of us want to see the most.
Yep.
And it's just such a rewarding experience. And you layer on top of that the money that's going to STEM charities, the community building, the appreciation in terms of the SPARKYS that we give out to everyone. This is one of the most heartwarming and exciting events that I've been to.
I have to agree. Plus, we've seen so many cool family teams. Anthony was able to bring his daughter, Anthony D'Ambrosio, and have a really great night with her, winning a lot of great matches, and she got to participate in so many cool fights. I mean, moments like that really make this tournament, really make this event so special. We absolutely love everything about it. And now we're into that weird part of the night where anything can happen, where we're handing out golden Bretts.
Right.
And, you know, people are still here. They're still supportive. And I think that everybody's going to be really surprised by the outcome we end up having.
I think so. That, you know, we've woven this whole web of interest and excitement where any tournament winner that comes out of this is going to have so much support and so much camaraderie and so much, what's the best word? Everyone's going to be happy for whoever wins at this point.
I agree.
And I think everyone is going to be satisfied no matter the outcome. And it doesn't make me want to know any less how it's going to turn out.
Yeah. One thing that's particularly interesting is that the reigning champions of the 2 remaining weight classes have been eliminated, which means we are crowning new champions no matter what tonight. The reigning champion in the 30-pound division was Jameson Go and MegatRON. They're out. And then in the 12-pound division, the reigning champion was HotLeafJuice. They're out.
Right.
So no matter what, we are crowning brand new world champions in those 2 weight classes tonight. Now, 3-pound division was something completely different.
Yes, yes. We saw Lynx holding on to its title as the greatest 3-pound robot at Norwalk and perhaps
of all time.
Of all time.
I mean, there is definitely an argument to be made that Lynx is the greatest 3-pound robot of all time. It is unfair at this point. I mean, it seems like the rest of the competition has a chance, maybe, but that could just be, you know, him giving us a good show.
There was talk at one point of Lynx becoming a mass-produced robot. You know, a kit that could come out. You could buy your own Lynx, come to competition. And a part of me just sat back and said, how is that gonna change the way Norwalk works? It's such a powerful robot in design, and granted, Calvin Eba's driving is a huge component of why that robot is so successful.
His attention to detail, his attention to the way he constructs the bot and makes sure it keeps functioning.
It's absolutely a large part of the success, but at the same time, you can't tell me if you could buy a Lynx off the shelf that we wouldn't see 10 Lynx-esque robots running around, and then what would that do to the meta? And that's one of the really wonderful things about Norwalk Havoc, about robot and combat in general, is when one design proliferates, you end up with innovation, you end up with experimentation, and a whole bunch of new things arise.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of that does come from those kit bots. You see those kit bots kind of change the course of these tournaments, and then all of a sudden, everybody has to adapt to it. The D2 kit, I think, was one of the big, you know, adapters in the tournament scene before that.
Absolutely, and there's been a few others as well. I mean, there were Viper kits. There's just the beater bar alone, the FingerTech beater bar as a off-the-shelf component you see in so many robots.
Yeah. Now, we have seen so many good fights today. Some of them we're calling instant classics. We're going to show you one right now. If you like fire, this fight is for you. Weird builders, we embrace the weird designs, and we love it.
We're going to go to cage 1, and we'll see if we can get a little weird coaxed out of these robots.
And there you see Darkseid.
Right off the bat, there's all the weird you need, Kyle.
Something, something, something Darkseid. They'll be going up against the Dragon Princess.
The winner is Dragon Princess.
We don't know that voice of God.
It's incredibly premature. Oh, I was entirely wrong. That is not Santa Claus. That's the Krampus.
Versus Dragon Princess.
Darkseid piloted by the Krampus. For those of you not aware,
7,
Krampus is evil
5,
German Santa.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Hear a lot of energy.
Darkseid drives itself into the wall with a little bit of assistance from Dragon Princess.
I think it counts as a pin, but just barely. Not noticing a lot of flame yet from Dragon Princess, but I'm hoping it's coming.
Not noticing a lot of lightsaber action from Darkseid. Not exactly sure what Darkseid's supposed to be doing right now. They're driving forward with one wheel. The other wheel's not really driving at all.
We're going to get a fluffy assist here. Push it out of the corner.
A little bit of fluffiness, a little bit of fluffiness.
That titanium was hung up on the wall. That's okay. We can work through that.
Oh, that wheel is almost completely off its hub there. And there's the flame. right, so Dragon Princess's flames are now just kind of deflecting off of this front titanium wedge on Darkseid. But those exposed wires on the top of Darkseid are...
It's on fire.
Yeah, that's not good. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's some tape. Could be some paint. Could be some glue. That might be the camera. I don't know what's burning, but something over there is on fire.
The polar ice cap is melting here as I watch.
Yes, Dragon Princess accelerating the effects of global warming as we speak. And there's the pin. And the backup.
Little limp in the corner there.
And the pin.
Barely moving.
And the backup. And
some more fire. We're all here for the fire.
The audience seems to really enjoy this flame.
Oh, absolutely. You can see it's catching all those lovely innards on fire. Of course, with Darkseid, I don't know that you call them innards. They're really outers.
Yeah, they're outers. No, that Darkseid, you've heard of people wearing their heart on their sleeve. Darkseid wears their entire components on their exterior.
It's a lovely bit of smoke.
Darkseid has what we like to call ESC armor.
Yes, absolutely. The crowd wants to see that lipo explode, I think.
Yeah, that does seem to be the goal right now.
I don't think Darkseid's opposed.
No, I mean, Darkseid's not doing much to try to stop the battery from exploding.
No, that said, though, we only have 20 seconds left, and if this were to go to a judge's decision...
Oh, no! What is going on there?
Because of an incredibly delayed countout.
That is a lot of...
Ladies and gentlemen, it will.
The pole has collapsed.
There's... 0 seconds left.
And the flame is now extinguished by Fluffy, whose flame suppression system is in full effect, surprisingly. And now Fluffy has lost their top.
Topless. And not moving, no less. Fluffy has been injured.
Yeah, that was surprising.
And for those at home that might be a little confused as to why Darkseid was not counted out earlier, every time Dragon Princess attacks, it resets that timer. And Dragon Princess just wanted to attack and attack and attack and attack. If you're confident enough that you are going to win that judge's decision and you just want a little bit more carnage, you don't lay off. You just keep going and you wait for your opponent to tap out, or you wait for the other robot to go up in flames.
And you got to appreciate both of these teams in the elimination round here at the World Championships for giving us just that little bit more entertainment, that little bit more carnage and destruction. So you can see Dragon Princess getting their 1 assist from Fluffy. Or Darkseid getting their 1 assist from Fluffy. And then this is, I believe, where the flame really kicks on. Yeah, there it is on Dragon Princess.
It took a little bit of doing. I'm not sure if that was intentional. It could be that Dominic just wanted to have a good time with it. If you bring out the fire too soon against an opponent like Darkseid, you're not going to have an opponent for very long.
Yeah, and you want to give the people what they want, which is a lot of flame on your bot.
I think specifically, Kyle, what the people wanted was the North Pole to melt before their eyes.
And they saw exactly that.
I mean, people got what they came for here. Speaking of the people, look at these folks.
So we are waiting for some reason on the judge's decision. This deliberation taking far longer than I would have thought.
Yeah, it's hard to see how anyone wouldn't vote for Darkseid.
Obviously, Darkseid needs to walk away the big winner of this entire thing.
Just because the Krampus will show up, throw your children in his Santa bag and beat them with a birch stick. I think that is...
Is that what they do?
No, I think that is literally the tale, I think, is that Krampus shows up, kidnaps the bad little children.
Really?
Puts them in a giant Santa sack and then beats the sack with some sort of branch.
Yeah, we give the bad kids coal here. They really go hard in Germany.
No, there's no joking around with the German efficiency.
Yeah, they really handle this. All
and
right.
We're back.
We're back. We're going to go to cage 4. where we are going to jump right into the 12-pound grand final.
Next in cage 4, Huge versus YOB GNOL.
I am so excited about this match. We are going to crown a new 12-pound world champion no matter what.
If YOB GNOL wins here, this is the first championship win it will have under its belt. This will be a big,
8,
big moment
7,
for YOB GNOL.
6,
That's amazing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight,
And away
robots,
they go.
fight.
This is a rematch, by the way. It was YOB GNOL that put Huge into the elimination bracket earlier tonight.
Still, don't let those prior results fool you. Past performance is not an indicator of future performance in this case. This is anybody's game. You can see YOB GNOL already having some weapon spin down, a little bit of hesitancy in its mobility.
And you can hear that weapon on YOB GNOL.
Ooh, big hit.
Getting up to speed.
And I think that's the end of the weapon on Huge, or at the least it is stalled for this particular moment. No, it is back, ladies and gentlemen. Back with a vengeance.
That's what we want to see. No
Big
early
sparks.
stops here at the final.
Look at the dancing on the part of Huge. So, oh, YOB GNOL is not moving.
Oh,
YOB GNOL has
no.
stopped dead in its tracks.
What is happening? They're getting their unstick now. They get one.
That's a tap out.
A grand final tap
The
out.
winner is Huge.
That means we get to do this all over again here in about 20 minutes because YOB GNOL.
Man, 3 YOB GNOL Huge showdowns in
right
one
in
evening.
a row, right in a row. Because YOB GNOL was in the winner's bracket, and they just lost that. That means that now they are technically in the elimination bracket.
Right.
So they now have to come back and do this one more time. If YOB GNOL wins, they are the champion. If Huge wins, they are the champion. This is the joyous quirks of the double elimination system.
Yeah, and you know, the wonderful thing is here, this is going to be their third fight. Both of them are going to enter this matchup with a 1-1 record against the other.
Yeah, for today, a 1-1
For
record.
today, yes. Now you can see here, there's some big exchanges. I really think YOB GNOL suffered a little bit of damage right in that first hit.
Yeah.
And it's not that it didn't keep coming. It kept trying.
Well, their weapon got a lot more potent after that too, but then their drive did seem to suffer quite a bit.
And Huge comes back with a functioning weapon, delivers a couple more hits, and then all of a sudden just instantly disabled in the middle of the arena. There must be some kind of power connector, power switch, something. Oh, I think I saw a little smoke there.
Yeah,
even.
A little bit of an electronics issue for them on that one. That was absolutely insane. I cannot believe that happened. So that means we will get Huge versus YOB GNOL for a third time tonight. We'll see that in about 20 minutes. They both have 20 minutes to repair their bots.
Right.
Only to keep things fair, right? Everybody gets 20 minutes no matter what. So we still have a 30-pound grand champion to crown. I don't know how much time we have left on that clock, but we will be seeing that relatively soon.
Yep, it's coming down the pipeline for sure.
And yeah, that means we will have 2 of these golden Bretts to give out. I am so excited to see that. What did you think about that that instant classic that we saw before that?
You know, that truly is one of my favorite fights of the day.
Yeah.
The instant classics, I love them. But that is the fight to me that really has been the most instant classic of all the instant classics.
Of the day, yeah, for sure. I mean,
period. That's my favorite instant classic.
You love that
of
one?
the entire
instant classic series.
Entire instant classic series.
It's a good one.
I know, it really was. It was constant back and forth. It was surprising hits. Robots were flying everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's 2 robots that I love to watch fight to begin with.
Yeah.
It had all the elements that make a great fight, and it did it for an entire 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
What's not to love?
What's not to love? No, I agree. All right, so let's go to our friend Lindsay in her enclave. How you doing back there, Lindsay?
Hello, hello. It's been about an hour of bread puns in the chat.
Oh, dear.
Many of which have been very good, but I think we finally moved past it, and now we have 2 non-bread related super chats.
Lindsay, can you tell me one, though? I'm a gluten for punishment.
Oh, that was one of them.
Oh.
We actually had one from Ray Billings, if you can believe it, where he called you all weirdos.
Yeah, I buy that.
Weirdos.
Yeah. That sounds like Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty good, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we have the first super chat here from Stephanie Spooner. NHRL seems like such a fun time. I definitely will make it out at some point next year. Maybe I'll bring a lighted sign or two. I think that sounds pretty good.
Do it.
We always like it.
And then the last one is from Ian. Luke, hey, get the magic ninja dust. So I know William Marchese is in the audience.
Yeah, Luke,
and
don't do it.
I know he has that magic ninja dust.
Ian, I appreciate you and your suggestion, but you don't know what Luke gets like when he gets that magic ninja dust. It's not good. It's not healthy. I don't recommend it.
It's a good way to cap off the year, though.
Don't encourage this, Lindsay.
Don't tempt them.
I'm always going to encourage this.
That's because you don't participate, all right?
I know. I'm in my own club.
Yeah. I got to say, anything that has to do with thumb wrestling or magic ninja dust, it's a terrible idea to me. Plan most foul.
I agree. Yeah, no, that's not something we can let roll off our backs. We're not letting that
absolutely
happen around here. There were darker times for those of us that are just joining us, where in the later parts of the evening, we would entertain the idea of thumb wrestling competitions for money. We don't do that anymore. It's a terrible idea, okay? We're all about the robot fighting now. We keep it professional.
Yeah.
No silliness, no weirdness.
Nothing, because the trouble is we used to have the weird part of the night.
All right, so let's see what's going on in the pits. So this is huge. Getting repairs as we speak. They have 20 minutes to get their repairs done before they can come out for their grand final. Grand final is going to be a best of 3 series for this one.
You can see them there. They may look calm on the surface, but they are absolutely frantic under the surface. They are paddling as fast as they possibly can.
Yeah, there you see Jonathan, captain of Team Huge. He was operating the other huge robot here today in the 30-pound division. Now helping out his brothers in hugeness down in the 12-pound division. And now we're going to go to cage 4. I see. We are looking at a grand final.
Dun, dun, dun. I think, wow, look at all that. That's a lot of robot.
Yeah, it's a lot of hardware in there.
Next in cage 4, Emulsifier versus Polyester.
It's a veritable flock of robots in the arena right now.
Everybody looking very calm on the surface. You gotta wonder what frantic thoughts are going on underneath. Polyester defeated Emulsifier earlier today. If they win their first NHRL championship.
Emulsifier has metal forks this time around, as they noticed that Polyester was using 2 vertical spinners instead of their horizontal spinner. This is actually a whole new robot since the last time they went against Polyester earlier today. Hopefully this time around it doesn't have those electrical glitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Esther on Polyester is a modular bot able to swap out its weapon type.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Away we go.
And this is what you expect. Emulsifier overpowering these 2 smaller bots, slamming them into the walls.
So much, wow, look at those hits.
Beautiful hits there from Poly of the Polyester team. Polyester are upscaled versions of 2 very dominant 3-pound bots, Polywog and Silk. And that looks like a belt hanging there off of Esther. But the weapon's still fully functional on Poly, and definitely still fully functional on Emulsifier. Look at that hit.
Oh my goodness. Esther, I think, completely disabled at this point. I see some wheels laying on the ground in the arena.
Yeah, it might be difficult for them to get back into this match, if at all.
Poly hiding under the robot, trying to do some damage to the undercarriage of Emulsifier.
The geometry works out pretty beautifully for Poly's drum. where it is able to kind of knock Emulsifier back with those exchanges.
It's true. Oh, there's a wheel and a track gone from the left side of Emulsifier.
Yeah, that tread is very crucial for them getting engagement on the floor. They do still have movement without them, but it is, it does mean that front pulley is no longer functional. It's just kind of dragging along there. They're essentially a one-wheeled robot at this point, but still able to move. There is no movement from the Polyester team at all.
Now Emulsifier able to walk itself, limp itself around the arena. I'm hearing no count out.
We're
This calls
screaming
for a
the
count
tap
out.
There is a tap out that just happened.
The
so
winner
that
is Emulsifier.
Matt Borres and Emulsifier with Team Bots FC. Look, they look so good in their jerseys. They are now, I guess you could say they are the penultimate winners, but they have one more match they have to do now. Polyester was at the head of that undefeated bracket, so they will have to do this all over again in 20 minutes. Look at these hits from Emulsifier. Beautiful shot. Yeah, the geometry worked out beautifully where that weapon on Poly was able to pop Emulsifier back.
Yeah, it just didn't end up being enough. It is really, really hard when you have a multi-bot and each robot weighs so much less than the robot you're attacking. The fact that they've gotten this far at all is really, really impressive.
And it might have been a different story if Esther was still functional at that point in the fight and able to capitalize on the fact that Emulsifier was knocked back in those exchanges.
Yes, absolutely.
Now check out what's going on in the 12-pound grand final right now. There is Chris and YOB GNOL, and that is not as assembled as I'd hoped it would be, with 11 minutes and 31 seconds left on the clock.
I was really, yeah, I am surprised. There must have been some deep-seated damage in that robot for them to have taken it down that far this late in the night.
You know, going up against Ugee is never a fun time. I'm sure there was some internal damage he needed to at least QC, check out, make sure everything was functional before getting back in there. 11 minutes left and this fight, and you can see a whole bunch of members of other team jumping in to help Chris. One of the best parts about this community is in these final moments, you do get a bunch of extra hands as needed and requested to help you move on. So we're going to get some of the debris out of this arena. Quite a bit of it after that match. Bots FC just kind of litters the box with stuff.
Now Bots FC, they are a New York-based team, or at least
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Yeah, I believe that's most of the team.
Most of the team, with the exception of Matt Borres, who is the captain of Emulsifier. He comes from Ohio.
Okay.
But he's been friends with these guys and been a part of this team since its inception. And he's made his foray with Emulsifier here at NHRL.
Right.
He's able to upscale that to heavyweight classes. It's a devastating robot. Scales beautifully, and we absolutely love having them here. We've seen them win at competitions all over the place, and we have definitely seen them dominate here. I mean, they came in runner-up last year. There's a very good chance they are going to be the grand champion here today.
Yeah, it truly is a terrifying weapon on that machine.
It's absolutely scary.
And it's weird to me because it looks heavy while it works. It behaves like a bigger robot might, and then you see it move around. It's light as a feather, and you never know.
Matt's a very cautious but very strict driver. His rules are very tight. He keeps himself very close to the opponent at all times. You don't see a lot of wasted movements with him. He's not a flashy driver by any means, but he's definitely one that is going to make the most optimal choice in almost every circumstance. Very, very interesting guy. We've been able to interview him on our podcast on a couple of occasions. Just really smart fella. I'm happy to see all the success that he's had over the past couple of years.
Yeah, and we're real close. He may end up, just with a fat stack of bills for his charity, $250,000. That is, I got to think about the pressure that would put on me. And yet I see these competitors, and they are so calm, they are so cool, they are so collected. I'm really impressed. I'm really impressed.
SWPA Bots IQ is who Matt is going to be supporting today with Emulsifier. There's so many good STEM charities that are still in the running with these competitors. Very excited to see it. Heck, if Polyester wins, Save the Frogs is going to be able to get that $250,000.
Can you imagine being Save the Frogs? And they took a chance. They took a real risk in sponsoring a combat robot. You know, it's frog related, yes, but still, that can't be.
It's a combat robotics team that has literally nothing to do with their mission.
And then they get a call, let's say a call tomorrow morning, and say, hey, listen, you want $250,000 back?
It's so absurd.
That would be the strangest story that director of philanthropy or whatever you call it has ever experienced.
All they're trying to do is conservation efforts for amphibious creatures on this planet.
Yeah, and someone's calling them being like, listen, we need speed controllers. And they're like, what are these people? But
all right, so we love our instant classics here. We've been talking about them all night. Here's another really fantastic one from earlier today. Let's check that out.
All right, they're still going to think about this. So we're going to go to cage 1 and get another fight. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, Chris.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
It is Depth Charge in the box. Depth Charge, the dual horizontal spinner, weighs in at 45 pounds, built by the team behind Triton and Deep Six, famous for breaching the inner panel, not the outer panel, of cage 4 here in one of their very first fights ever.
Oh, my goodness. Can you remember that?
Yeah, I talked to Brad and Shay there, who are running Depth Charge, and they have assured me that they have designed the robot to not breach the cage this time.
Oh, that's great. And everyone in the front row, if you reach under your stands, you'll find a Kevlar vest and a pair of safety glasses.
All right, very quickly, in that last fight, the winner by split decision was Narcissist.
Okay.
Okay, Dominic Yankaskis staying alive. All right, and here, a good factoid, the winner of this fight will fight Polyester. And I can see a bunch of Wrigleys over in the corner. This is Team Bots FC and Knockoff White.
I think it's actually a pack of Wrigleys.
Depth Charge.
Good, Chris.
Versus Knockoff White.
You can see Adam Wrigley there, driving in today from Brooklyn.
8, 7, 6,
Shay and Brad, they
5,
flew in here today
4,
from Vegas.
3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Oh, here we go. That classic chaotic start for Depth Charge.
Yeah, in order for this thing to get mobile, it really needs to spin this huge honking horizontal weapon up, so it generally does kind of misbehave at the beginning of this match. Oh my goodness!
Oh, every single time I see Depth Charge at an angle, I get nervous, Chris.
Oh boy.
Now, the interesting thing about this fight is that Knockoff White is a shuffler, so these are two 45-pound robots in the box. Now, you get a little bit of a weight bonus for having unconventional locomotion. So you can see those feet going on Knockoff White. Not great, you know, they're kind of in the air. Shay is just absolutely dialed in under Knockoff White. You can hold that pin for up to 10 seconds. You can see Adam Wrigley asking the ref to get Shay out from underneath his robots. That stopping motion, you can hear it in here.
Whoa!
Ow!
Oh, man!
Ow! I'm seeing... Oh, no! That arm! The arm!
Oh!
Wow! Wow. I am delighted, Chris. A minute 20 left, and they're flinging bot parts around inside of the box. Wow. The sound in here is deafening. This like stopping motion from Knockoff White, the dual horizontals on Depth Charge. It is incredible.
Oh my!
Wow! Oh, Knockoff White is in pieces, Chris. Pieces! 25 seconds left here. I think that their locomotion might be dead on Knockoff White. Adam is trying to show locomotion simply by throwing that broken hammer into the ground. Wow. Is this yet another simultaneous knockout, Chris?
This was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Wow. These builders showed no respect to these boxes, all right? These boxes are wrecked, Chris. We're gonna take it to the judges.
Wow. Shay doing the celebration dance.
Shay is very happy about her team's performance there. You can see them wearing the Triton shirts, right? They ran Triton this season on Battlebots, returning to the Discovery Channel January 5th. Brand new robots, and you know, let me just say, they build a pretty good horizontal, you know? Now, Depth Charge originally built by Dustin Eswine, the captain of Deep Six, and he is taking the finals off because he has twin babies at home, Chris.
Priorities.
Now, I love this absolutely chaotic match.
Wow.
This is one of those matches that I'm going to watch on repeat on YouTube, you know, for the next month, you know. Just spraying parts everywhere. You can see those, like, the housing around those legs on Knockoff White.
Whoa!
And knocking that hammer straight down into the horizontal
It's
of
like
Depth Charge.
a spearhead hammer that was twisted to turn it into basically a fly swatter at that point.
Incredible. Wow. Now the magic of combat robotics is in 45 minutes. You're gonna see both of these robots back in the box. They're gonna look impeccable, but they are absolutely wrecked in their current form. Incredible. Oh, look at that.
Of course.
Okay. We got a little bit of Lexan damage, I'm going to guess, from Depth Charge. So you can see that burl getting peeled up.
They're like 2 for 4? Are they like 2 for 4 for breaking the box?
I think so. I think so, Chris. We're going to have to replace this panel. So we're going to take Cage 1 offline. We're going to run a couple more fights here in Cage 2. You can see them cutting that burl off. They're just going to give that to Bradley Handstead there, just as a little memento. Good job, Brad.
One of our head engineers, Ed, just popped into the box. He'll be the one at the helm of swapping out.
Wow, and look at this. It went to the judges, and they all agreed, Depth Charge, unanimous judges' decision. Great fight. Ooh, ooh, I love a fight like that, Chris.
And a great instant classic, but we are back in the pits. Looks like Ugee is making its way back down here after its 20-minute repair window. Time is running out. Looks like they have made it out of the pits, though. They will be just fine. And we will see them in their second attempt. I should say this is going into the absolute grand final match.
Yeah.
And the second of 2 parts of that matchup.
Yeah, this is a best of 3 series, if you will, in the 12-pound division. So it'll be Huge versus YOB GNOL, 3rd time tonight.
You know, you see that whole team coming down. They're like a flying V coming down the stairs. It's an intimidating force. I'm always impressed with the cohesiveness of the group. So
absolutely, and adaptable. I mean, they're able to really exist in several different mediums at the same time and succeed. It's really impressive.
Yeah, I every time, and it's such a nice group of people too. I mean, they do such great work and are really supportive and just eager to put on a good show. I'm always impressed.
And there you see Chris with his backup Zach helping him out, getting things ready. They took YOB GNOL completely apart during that 20-minute break and had to put everything back together. I mean, that's so stressful. But you've just got to let that stress roll right off your back. You've got to move into this fight. You've got to be ready to go. Everything that happened in the pits is over, and this is it.
Yeah. You've got to put yourself in, you know, your happy place before you go in. Ready, eye of the tiger, downy soft. And do your best.
I love that your playlist for a championship round would be the Downy Soft commercials and the Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can see where that's going.
Maybe one of those ones with the creepy snuggle bear. Yeah.
Next in cage 4, YOB GNOL versus Ugee.
Absolutely 12-pound grand final, ladies and gentlemen. We will be crowning a new champion right here. The winner is the new 2022 NHRL 12-pound world champion. It's going to be YOB GNOL. Is it going to be Ugee?
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
You do not hear booing in the audience. No, that is the cheer of Ugee with their supporters in the audience. YOB GNOL, the long boy himself. That weapon not really spinning.
No, that weapon is struggling. Ugee is going to want to take advantage of that, but it seems to be a little spastic itself.
Yeah, really having a hard time getting control of itself. It's just gliding around on the floor.
It's at this point in the competition, the floor is so just masticated. It has been chewed to all heavens.
Really great imagery there, Ricky. I appreciate that.
And that makes it. Oh, that is a.
Oh no, that's a drive side issue. It looks like on YOB GNOL.
Yes, it is. But it was also a temporary pause in the drive of Ugee. Man, when the robots have been through this much brutal combat in one day, sometimes it only takes like a faint breath, a whisper of damage for the whole thing to go down, and you never know when it's going to happen. Right there, look, it stopped. That was not intentional. That is something interesting happening on the inside of Ugee. You can see its weapon is down now. It might come back, it might not. We don't know. These are the kind of things that you only see in a one-day live combat event, and they are just so exciting to me.
Speaking of that weapon coming back online, there's a little bit of percussive maintenance, I believe you called it earlier.
I did, you know.
Pop that weapon back on, and now it's off again. And even though they're struggling on one side of their drive, YOB GNOL able to translate around this box quite effectively.
Yeah,
no one's getting counted out today.
Both weapons are down currently, but again, Ugee comes back sometimes, so we'll see. Remember, when they think about damage, some judges will take into account the amount of time a weapon was damaged when it's really close.
Yeah.
So that can matter. Neither robot really having a huge leg up on control, which is interesting because that's something that challenges huge-shaped robots like Ugee.
Yeah, gaining control for a huge-shaped robot is challenging, especially when the weapon isn't active. Showing aggression is still possible. They can aggressively thwack at their opponents and keep charging at their opponent.
Absolutely. Oh, and there's the weapon back again!
How does this keep... This is so absurd. You know that the Dorfler brothers want that weapon to be functioning the entire time, but they are going to have to deal with what they get, which is intermittent weapon access here in the last 12 minutes of this fight. The 12 seconds of this fight, pardon me.
I'm just noticing that weapon belt from YOB GNOL laying on the ground. This is going to be an interesting judge's decision. A judge's decision for your grand final. I do not want to be the judges right now. It is late. There has been a lot of fighting. That was a close match. This is a tough spot. We trust our judges. We know they're going to make the right decision, but it doesn't make it any easier.
No, definitely not. Ugee definitely did rip the belt out of YOB GNOL, or at least it was loose before the fight started. We never really saw YOB GNOL get up to speed. Ugee's weapon worked sometimes this fight. There were 3 different occasions, really, where that weapon was working. Drive for both bots was functioning for the most part. A little bit of drive side issues from YOB GNOL.
Yep. Ugee, can you give us a weapons check? The judges are very interested.
How weird, right? Because it's been intermittent this whole match.
Right, so you never know exactly where it comes down. They're going to
box
close the
door
box
is
again.
closing. We're going to be getting that check here soon. You can see here in this replay that weapon is down on this part.
Oh, and it is spinning. I think that may have cinched the judge's decision. We're going to see. That's an interesting thing that the Dorflers are sitting there. They're just hoping
that weapon
against
fires
hope
up.
that fires up.
You never know.
You
right?
don't.
It's been off and on this entire match.
Yeah, that can be
seemingly with
overheating.
no reason.
That can be damage. That can be a battery that's right on the edge. It could be any number of things. And until you throw that switch, you have no idea.
I am feeling nervous right now, waiting to see what the judges have to say about this fight. I know that the Dorflers, I know that Chris are all having these same emotions, having these emotions probably tenfold from what I'm feeling.
Absolutely.
This has got to be stressful. Look at these guys waiting to see what's going on. They're securing their bots in the meantime. What else are you going to do? They can't be in the box all day.
No. But they have been. The results are in. Unanimous decision for your winner and receiver of $250,000 for the charity of their choice. Huge!
Absolutely amazing. Plum High School Combat Robotics will be receiving $250,000.
The winner is
a high school robotics program.
Can you imagine being a high school robotics program and sitting back and suddenly you have more funding than the football team, the basketball team, literally probably everything else.
A high school robotics program where $5,000 would be a game changer for the year.
Right. This could set them up literally for life. That will turn that high school potentially into a mecca of robotic combat for decades to come.
Absolutely just mind-blowing things that this is doing for this community. I cannot believe it. I'm blown away. I am absolutely blown away. So that was your grand final. Your champion is huge. The Dorfler brothers walking away with the 2022 12-pound grand championships. They're going to be going home with a golden Brett. They're going to be going home with $10,000 in personal prize money and $250,000 that they will be giving to their high school robotics team. I am absolutely blown away.
And we were saying earlier, can you imagine getting that phone call tomorrow? Being that high school, because so many of these high school teachers are helping out with these, events just out of the goodness of their heart. And they're doing a bake sale once a year to raise $50, and they're going to have $250,000 in their bank account.
There you see the giant check being filled out to Plum High School. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look at that check. $250,000. All right, let's go to Katie. I believe she has the winner.
There's a good story there. Of course, this is a big celebration for the Dorfler brothers, and especially after coming in second last year. How well do you think it came together today for you from start to finish? How challenging was it really?
Without these guys, this wouldn't be possible. The last few matches was kind of tough for us, but we turned the robot within like 10 minutes each match. And these guys kind of took over the robot. I was kind of just like staying low, trying to stay calm. I need more donuts. But yeah, I'm just so exhausted right now, and they really picked it up for me and helped me do it. And I just had to drive the robot, so.
And you drove it very, very well. Yeah, actually, your enthusiasm and the way your stance, everything, it looked like a championship. Of course, you just got a boatload of money for Plum High School. Congratulations, but there is a bit of a story behind it. Do you share?
Yeah, so after the second match, or before the second match with Chris, I gave him, not the option, but like I lent it, it was like, hey, $250,000 is a lot of money. You want to split this no matter what happens, and he agreed. And of course, with the way it happened, we're going to do it no matter what. So he's going to get half of that, and then I will donate the rest to Plum. And then Bots IQ, actually SWPA Bots IQ, they were here today cheering us all on. A little bit of a backstory. Chris and their entire team, they're from the same region that we compete in. So I fought with Chris for years, and it's like I know all of them, so it's fun.
It's a special story to summarize the 2022 season for you guys. Congratulations, job well done. A good celebration, a good fan celebration as well for Ugee.
Wow. So that's huge news. That means half of that money is going to be going to the Growing Stems charity. So this is how we've gotten here throughout the day. Ugee taking on Son of Cram. A bot they are optimized to take on for sure.
You can see Ugee has just been delivering shot after shot. This robot is designed to rain death from above, and it was just able to do that. It had some excellent matchups in its favor.
Yeah, Son of Cram right off the bat, then right on to Ram Plan.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Hit after hit after hit. That HotLeafJuice match, absolute star of the show as far as victories today.
Yeah,
HotLeafJuice, of course,
unexpectedly sending HotLeafJuice down to the elimination bracket.
Yeah, last year's victor in that category eliminated, or excuse me, again, sent to the elimination bracket.
Yeah, grand champion of last year. Really, they were just so dominant in that 12-pound division last year. There wasn't anybody else that was coming close, and now here we are. Welcome. How are you guys doing? Tired.
I know, it's been a hard day. You just want to go home. Nothing's going to cheer you up at this point.
If I lost, I'd be the same way.
Well, they just explained to us that if you lost.
I'm so exhausted, and like I was telling Kelly, these guys really helped out throughout the entire day.
Mm-hmm.
This robot would not perform without these guys. And a little bit of the backstory,
Sorry, mic's not working. Go ahead and take the headset so we can hear what you have to say. There you go, bud.
Do I need this?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay. All right. You handed it to me.
Well, it was supposed to be working, but it's not. So there you go.
Unfortunately, with Disco doing 0-2 throughout the day, having issues. It's okay. It's all right. I'm getting to the story. He didn't really have to focus on his robots. He came and helped me. As a matter of fact, Disco, one of the best 12-pounders ever. I mean, how many Motoramas? 4, 5? And still goes. I mean, robot built in 2014. Still competing. Nothing wrong with it. No redesigns. And it's still competing.
Yeah.
And it's still doing great.
It's pretty impressive. It's very, what am I saying? It is incredibly impressive.
Yeah. So I just wanted to give him a little bit of love because I feel like he needs it. Deserves it willingly.
I mean, I think there's a lot of love in the crowd.
Yes.
For anything you guys bring to the table.
Absolutely. And congratulations, by the way, on your win with Ugee. By the way, looking at this in scale here,
it's
on
absolutely
our desk,
mighty.
It really is. Absolutely gorgeous robot. So, guys, congratulations. $250,000. I'm going to try. Can you reach that, Ricky?
I can reach that for you. It would be my absolute honor to present to you this golden Brett.
Wow, beautiful, guys. You're reigning, you're now defending grand champion. Are you guys coming back next year?
I don't know yet. This year's already been rough. Going through Battlebots and going through that whole rigmarole and doing this, it was already like a stretch. So our expectations going into this week wasn't really high because we're already exhausted. Like so many other builders here. Like I'm not making excuses for any.
Right.
But we were just so distraught. Got back from Vegas and it's like we got to build robots. So the plan was in September. This is a new chassis.
Yep.
Disco had new chassis. We didn't have enough time to build them, so we used the old stuff.
Yeah.
And we kind of like pulled it all together after Battlebots, and this is what happened. So
beautiful.
It's true. Well, listen,
congratulations,
we'd love
guys.
to see you back. If anyone has any questions, I don't think they're going to blame you for taking a little time off, basking in this victory for a season. But we love the robot. We love the performances you put on. Congratulations. Congratulations to your charity, and job well done.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. All right, we're going to be going to Cage 4. We've got one more fight to go. Let's check it out. All right, so you are looking at Emulsifier, Polyester, for the third time this evening.
Next in Cage 4, Polyester versus Emulsifier.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight, robots, fight.
Polyester is going to be sticking close together for this part of the match. You could already tell that's a big part of their strategy. Oh, that hit from Emulsifier on Esther was vicious. I don't know if Esther's going to come back from that at all. They were completely torn asunder. Yeah, we're seeing... Oh, there is a little bit of movement from Esther there.
Yes, that robot is still in play. It has not been completely disabled.
That back wheel on the right side of the bot completely removed. Wheel guard chunked apart. You can see the Bots FC team very pleased so far. Now they have to go in against Poly, the drum spinner bot, the enlarged version, I guess you could say, of Polywog. If they're able to eliminate both of these bots and achieve a knockout this time of the competition, that would cinch it for them. I'm sure they would rather avoid that judge's decision if they can. Does look like they're having a little bit of drive side issues perhaps on Emulsifier as well. Oh no, is Poly moving at all?
Barely twitching. It is stuck up. I think that left front wheel is stuck on the front of the robot.
Yeah, it's not functioning.
The right side working well enough to translate, but just barely. However, Emulsifier is stuck up on its own block of foam.
Yeah, so that's the one unstick Emulsifier gets here in this grand final. Big hit, Emulsifier getting launched back.
Polyester is going to have to hope for one of those hits to get Emulsifier stuck. I don't know if it's going to happen. This is 19 pounds up against 30 pounds. Woo! Oh, and it's... Oh, that is not where Emulsifier wants to be.
Not
and
even a little bit.
No, oh, it has stuck itself. Can it work its way off the wall?
It can work its way off the wall.
Just under a minute left. Drive now struggling on Emulsifier.
You can see the hearts jump out of the chest of the Emulsifier, or of the Polyester team, and then sink right back down when Emulsifier was able to work itself off the wall.
Oh, chunks coming off of Polyester now. Now with the damage that Polyester has received, it may be that losing that front wheel actually helps it. We'll have to see. Oh, an immense amount of energy exchanged. Polyester now struggling to move at all. I think that is a tap out.
That's a tap out.
The winner is Emulsifier.
Bots FC is now your 30-pound grand champion for 2022.
What a victory.
Absolutely amazing. What a great matchup for them for that final. Able to pull out the win against the amazing Team Ribot with Polyester. Matt Boris has been working so hard for this, he and his team. I am so happy for them. Wow. Coming up as the runner-up last year in a hard-fought match with Jamison Go.
Here you can see some of these big hits.
taking
Esther.
out Esther early on.
That's been the story with Esther all day. It's been a little more glass cannon than Poly has been.
Yeah, it's true. That drum on Poly really able to take a lot of these hits from these larger bots. Emulsifier, just such a brilliant design. Big, beefy, powerful weapon, yet they're still able to drive in a very nimble manner.
You can see this moment almost cinched it for Polyester, where it was stuck a second time, or rather where Emulsifier was stuck a second time on the wall. It was able to free itself, get back into the fray, deliver a few more hits, and that was it for Poly. You can see it twitching just a bit, its weapon spinning down. A fitting end.
It's nice to still have such enthusiastic fans at this hour.
Look at that excitement. Look at the...
Oh, gotta love it.
And I believe they're being gifted the foam block. They might just be cradling it, getting to experience
the block of foam.
Yeah. The squishy, downy underbelly of... There you can see the giant check being written out.
For SWPA Bots IQ.
I still cannot overemphasize enough. A $5,000 check is absolutely world-changing for most of these organizations. $250,000 is so far beyond the normal experience of what these folks would receive in a donation. This makes the world to these organizations.
Let's go to Katie.
30-pound champs here. This is a huge weight off of their chest. They just said, congratulations. First and foremost, before we even get to that, you guys get the full send award for being the most destructive bot. So a little extra $100 there to move you forward. But more, that battle, there were some highs, some lows, a little roller coaster action, and we were just watching. How about when you're driving?
My heart was beating through my chest, especially after we had our one unstick, and then we almost got stuck on the wall. We thought it was over, but we able to get off the wall and finish the fight. And, you know, this is just so bittersweet because last year we were in the same position, except MegatRON came back and beat us twice in the finals. And this year we did the exact same thing that he did and got the job done.
That is so special. That was what you set out today. You knew that little bit of a redemption, that little payback. But more, this is more than just here. This is more than just you guys. This is also for your charity of choice. Go ahead and bring us up to speed with what that's all about.
Yeah, so we picked Bots IQ. They do a lot for like high school students and stuff, combat robotics stuff. So very happy for them to be able to get this. And you know, I also just want to say a huge thank to my team today. There is absolutely no way, even with 3 robots, we would have been able to get the robot back together and win this fight. So these guys have been such a huge help.
Making a statement today, a little bit of a redemption as well. Congratulations, Emulsifier, in the 30-pound win here at Norwalk Havoc.
All right, we're gonna take a look at how they fought their way to this championship that they then managed to win. A lot of impressive fights. It's just so many big hits from Emulsifier throughout the entire day. It is a truly intimidating disc and an amazing delivery system. And going up against equally fierce robots the entire day. It can't be understated, not just the damage that it does, but the opponents that it is able to. And let's not forget, this team, Emulsifier, is not just the main Emulsifier robot. The foam block and the long slat robot, forgive me for not remembering the mini-bot's name, but these robots played critical parts throughout the day as well. And really were a key part to bringing down opponents. You can see here Emulsifier taking on Marathon, doing an incredible job. Again, going up against Jameson Go here with MegatRON, kicking MegatRON around the arena. So much destruction in one package. It's amazing, again, the distance and the throws and the flips that this robot is able. That's 30 pounds, sometimes more, being thrown around the arena like it's just nothing at all. Fight after fight. What performances today. Welcome to the stage. You earned the right to be here. Congratulations.
Thank you. Bots FC, it's been a family affair for you guys all day, qualifying 2 robots in the 30-pound division. Matt, able to pull out the grand championship. Are you coming back next year?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what we like to hear.
Absolutely. Seeing Emulsifier like this close, it's amazing the scale of this thing. What an awesome machine. Thank you so much for bringing your team, bringing your talents here, for donating this massive amount of money to your STEM charity.
What do you think this is going to mean to them?
I would imagine this is a lie, and I got to thank you guys for presenting this opportunity.
It is absolutely our honor. I mean, I know I speak for all the Norwalk Havoc folks. The fact that we're able to do this, and the fact that we're able to give it to a team that has worked this hard, everybody's pleased.
Absolutely. So, Matt.
We got a little something for you here before you head back south for the winner.
It's heavy. Be careful. All right, guys. Pose. You earned it. Your 30-pound Grand Champions 2022. NHRL World Champions. Emulsifier and Bots FC. Matt, congratulations, team. I am so happy for you guys. This has been a phenomenal night. Anybody who wants to come up can say goodbye. Thank you guys so much for staying with us. This has been phenomenal, crowning 3 champions, giving out so much money to these really worthy charities. We love you all. Have a fantastic night.